Well, hello, everybody. Hope all is well. Saturday night. Oh, let's hold on a second. Let's get rid of that. I got to monitor the chat. Hope everyone's doing well. Chat with Al. Saturday Night Live, not Saturday Night Live. We're funnier than that crap show. We have RJL Network here, Cleve Baseball Fan 879, and the OG, our good friend Devin, the original gangsta. Actually, the original Grognard. Good to have you all here. Check out these wonderful channels and become a member of the FOC, friends of the channel, friends of the community. What are you waiting for? Do it. Bears Den, how you doing? Hope all is well. What's going on, everybody? How's everyone's projects going? And remember, check out Digital Dice. It makes everything nice. I love my mug. Though it's a lefty mug. I'm a righty. Dave Little is here. He's got some wrestling I'll be checking out tomorrow. And of course, he has his chats with Jesus. I love those. Dave Gardner, thank you for joining us. And Mark Jones from Syracuse, New York. JD, how you doing, my friend? Anyhow, we did a boxing. It went short. It was violent, short, and fun. I'm not going to spoil it. If you'd like to check it out, go ahead. Tommy Hearns, Canelo Alvarez, title bout 2 PC. Sports Time Machine is here, another wonderful content creator in our community. JD, Mark Jones, Dave Gardner, Dave Little, Bears Den, Cleve Baseball Fan 879. He just put up another Strat-o-matic baseball game, Card and Dice 2016 World Series replay. RJL, Inside Pitch Baseball, Card and Dice. And the OG, if you want to know military gaming, you go to the OG. Can't go wrong there. So, I've been playing, excuse me, some replay basketball offline, and I did, by total accident, I set up a tournament, but it's double elimination, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying it. I might bring a game or two on the channel, but that one's offline. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, is here. How's everyone's projects going? I like to start off with that. How's everyone's projects going? I'm having a lot of fun. I took the Replay Basketball has a Greatest Team Set 2. I don't know what happened to Greatest Team Set 1. There is no Greatest Team Set 1 for the PC. And it has a couple of ABA teams and other great NBA teams throughout history. It's a lot of fun. And double elimination. I'm enjoying that. It's fun to see. A lot of steals, though. I don't remember Larry Bird's pocket getting picked that much. But again, no game's perfect, but it is a lot of fun. Okay, Cleve Baseball Fans is coming right along with the projects. This is Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Check out that wonderful channel. 2007 Indians game uploaded today. 2016 World Series game 6, hopefully up tomorrow. Mike McCormick, 1967, on the back burner until the 2007 Indians hit July. That's cool. That is cool. Thank you for the update. Philip Reynolds, he's been doing Soccer Blast. I got to catch up on some of those videos. As he says right here on the next comment, he's been learning Soccer Blast. Difficult, but having fun. I've looked at that game a lot, Philip. You know, because they have the North American Soccer League, and I like that one. I like that. So I'm glad you're enjoying it and hang with it. You will get it. Clinton Parks, thank you for joining us. RJL, Inside Pitch 1979 is off to a great start with some interesting surprises. So remember to check out that on RJL Network's channel, our good friend Rob. Yeah, I'm enjoying. You know what's funny? And we've talked about it a lot in our community and throughout, Jim L., hope all is well. How you doing, Jim? He was there for the boxing. Why is it when someone plays whatever game they play, right? Whatever game they play the games you like. Don't worry about what other people think. But why is it like if you post something, again, everyone has their right to their opinion, but I posted something. I was doing my Tony Canigliaro out of the ballpark replay, OOTP 22. And I'm just posting stuff on Facebook because I played a bunch of games. I'm catching up on that project. I like to finish it before OOTP 23. But if not, we move on to that one and just bring it along. And you just put something in there because it was a fun game. And someone goes, yeah, but the game, it's a fun game. And, it's not, the stats aren't realistic. So I put up a comparison of what Tony Canigliaro, and again, the season's not done, what Tony Canigliaro was about, we were over 100 games, and then I showed what he really did. They're pretty damn close. Folks, if you don't know what the F you're talking about, shut the F up. If you don't like the game, that's fine, but when you have no effing clue that you didn't even look at the stats, and you didn't even look how close they are, is every game perfect or any game perfect? No. When someone posts something, it's okay to comment, but Jesus, how many freaking times do you have to hear that? Well, it's not realistic. I want to ask this. If you were playing Custard, the Battle of the Little Bighorn, and you're playing as the U.S. Cavalry, do you want to all get scalped, or are you going to try to win? Wow. It just amazes me. And again, whatever, to each is their own, but it's my show, so I can say what the hell I want. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Just enjoy the effing game. Anyway, let's go back to the chat. That's my little rambling. JD, I've been doing Ghost Tsunami, Horizon Zero Dawn, just started Cyberpunk 2077. That's a pretty cool game, Cyberpunk. Might start Elden Ring here soon. Those are just what I'm streaming on YouTube. Those are adventure games, by the way, if you do not know. I think I missed some stuff. Let's go back up. Sports Time Machine is here. Hello, our good friend Meg. Check out that channel. Dave Gardner, I scored 2 goals today at hockey. I am 7 goals away from 1,000 career goals. That's awesome sauce. Uncle Dave going for that 1,000 goal mark. That's cool. Thank you for sharing. As everyone's, Dave's been doing a lot of Strat-o-matic baseball. Strat-o-matic baseball on the PC is fun, and you can roll your own dice. That always makes it fun to roll your own dice if you want. Just fun stuff. Sometimes, I like card and dice. I do. The game I play the most card and dice, because I'm a boxing fan, is Glory Days Boxing. We're going to have Anthony on next week with Joe from Sideline Strategy. He's going to be on next week with us, I do believe. So we'll have that. I just got to lock down the date there. It's going to be Monday through Thursday. I don't know. Maybe we do it Thursday. I don't know. We'll find out what's the best date. But again, Anthony, the creator of Glory Days Boxing, and Joe from SidelineStrategies.com, where you can purchase Glory Days Boxing along with Payoff Pitch and many other fine games. We'll be on next week, hopefully. Clinton Parks, playing the Ponies, of course, had a huge hit last week, caught a trifecta, otherwise setting up 1962 season status pro for a friend. Very cool, very cool. I wish they still made status pro basketball. I play the free version on the PC. Someone created it. It's an excellent piece. And that's another stream I got to do. There's a bunch of free games that people might not know about. I want to do one on that, just providing the links and go play. But Status Pro Basketball is so much fun. Status Pro Baseball is fun. I watch a lot of people play it on YouTube, but it's not in publication anymore. You have to buy it online, and they charge a lot. Don Heston, how you doing? Getting a set for 1979 APA baseball project. Cool. Are you going to play one specific team or different games, Don? I just realized, Don, is that Wilford Brimley as your icon or your emoji or whatever the heck that's called? Bears Den 007. In the middle of my 1973 replay, Dodgers versus Giants in San Francisco. Cool. Dave Garner says, JD, I went back to Horizon Dawn Original. Nice. Yeah, JD has a really fun channel. I highly recommend it. It's action games, adventure games, mythology type games. A lot of fun. JD is great with his chat. Robbie Wartburg's here. He says hello to everybody. Lots of comments. I am out of practice. I'm going very slow. Slow. Oh, well, it's Saturday. No one has no place to go, or you wouldn't be here. Plus, this is the best place to be, in the FOC, baby. Dave Gardner, gonna finish that, then get the new one. Oh, he's talking about Horizon Dawn. And he says, nice to Don about the 79 APA season. JD, nice, Dave. Yeah, I have Forbidden West waiting. Bears Den 007. It's the differences that make it fun for me. Are you talking about results? I mean, again, each your own. I don't care how you play a game, but my God. And I know it doesn't happen a lot, but it is annoying to me. You know, like, even if someone comments on the game you're playing, who cares? If someone's playing but Baseball Mogul, it's a fun game, and they're enjoying it. Why every once in a while, oh, that's not realistic. It's an open world game. It's very realistic. If you're playing open world, you know, your trades, you're doing this, what ifs, if you're playing that. Jim Al, do you prefer action PC baseball over Strat? I've been playing Strat this week. I like both games. I'm not lying. I play, and I think Dave Gardner and other people who play different games, different sports games, will say this, or at least I'll say this. Sometimes I'm in the mood for Strat because I want to roll the bones. Sometimes I want to play action PC baseball because it's a fine game and I want some more visual. Sometimes I want to play out of the ballpark baseball. Different style of play. More visual. Replay baseball is a beautiful game. Replay basketball is a beautiful game. I wish my Strat-o-matic basketball would play. I have to say, I think my Strat-o-matic basketball was my favorite game for basketball, and I like them all. But I think to answer that question, Jamel, and I'm not skirting the question. I played different games because they provide different joy for me, and they all provide joy for me. I have more than 4 different boxing games, but on the actually I've shown more than 4 different boxing games. I have Glory Days Boxing, Legends of Boxing PC, Title Bout 2 PC, and Title Bout Championship Boxing. Yes, we're getting back to our heavyweight tournament. I'm just going to grind through that thing. I'm going to do like the last 3 bouts of the first round, and then we'll do the blind draw again. So, but I think, I don't know. Again, some people do not like a closed engine, so they would not prefer action PC baseball or out of the ballpark baseball. They like to see the engine, so that would be more of a dice rolling game again. Strat PC or Strat card and dice or PC. You want the open engine. Replay baseball, inside pitch, so on and so forth. You want the open engine. Whoa! Red dice jumped. You want the open engine. So it depends what you like. Again, if you don't like a closed engine, if that's not your thing, you're not going to like those games, such as action PC or out of the ballpark games. Which do I prefer? It depends. Just over the past few days, I played action PC, I played Strat-o-matic baseball, and I played out of the ballpark baseball. I like them all. And it's okay if you just like one type of game. That's fine. That's cool. I just like multiple games. You need to quit playing Ken Henderson. He keeps killing your stats. I missed something. I don't know if that's directed to me. Cutter Historical. He says, I know I am now in my title bout tourney. It's not completely realistic because, for example, in the 94 turn. Yeah, and it's like what he does, what Cutter does, it's like a pound for pound. It doesn't matter your weight class, which is kind of fun. They're fun. Check them out. Ricardo Lopez beat Mike Tyson's in the semi. Again, it's a pound for pound thing, mythical. It's kind of, again, that's fun stuff. Cleve baseball fan. Unless you have constructive criticism like the replay gamer when you ask to see if the camera could be turned around to see the cards straight on. And again, sometimes people have the setups. They have the setups the way they have their setups. I enjoy, if someone's enjoying their stream, it's conveyed to the people watching. And that's what I like. I like when someone's enjoying their stream and they're having fun, because that fun comes out in your stream. And I don't look at the camera because I look at this. I don't know why I do that, but I'm so used to doing that. I just think you have to have fun. If you're enjoying your stream, people always ask like, oh, you know, streaming on YouTube. Stream, if you're going to stream or upload to YouTube, do whatever you want, but do something you like. And do it to the best of your ability and have fun with it. Have fun. As Dave Gardner or Ron Juckett or myself, Forse or many others, rewatch your stuff. Listen to it. Is the sound quality good as I just banged my knuckles? How? Is the visual good? What can you improve on, if anything? So, Larry Harris, how you doing? Hope all is well. Dave Little says, go Dave. Sportsman Z. Bob Zulke, how you doing, buddy? Bob has a lot of fun stuff on his channel. Bob gets me, a lot of you guys get me through the day at work. I listen and I do work. That's why I think for some of the FOC members who are more like a radio broadcast, I listen to those at work. And for the ones who are a little more like a TV broadcast, meaning, you know, you're watching and it's not a radio broadcast, and TV broadcasts are completely, if you know, you listen, one's more descriptive and the other one is descriptive, but you're also watching. And I like both, but I like the radio. I like people who describe stuff well. Bob Z, Sportsman Z, he'll be doing the USFL weekly. I'm looking forward to the USFL. How many other people are? I like football. I just want them to play football. I'd like one rule, Bob. Did you see? I was reading some stuff. One rule that they're coming up with is they're going to have an official in the booth, and like if it's not like a roughing the passer, if it's a clean hit, they're going to say, "Hey, pick up that flag." I hope they stick to that, and I hope that they keep the flags in their pocket for, you know, get rid of the ticky-tack fouls. Also, please, they're not going to do this, but please move the kickoffs back so we have some returns. And if you're not, make the guy still field the ball. I hate when the ball bounces in the end zone. They're like, yeah, I'm not going to do anything with it. Let's play by football rules. It's a live ball, folks. Catch it. That's just me being a grumpy old guy. I don't know. Let's go down in the chat some more. Chat is lively. I'm way behind. Let's go back up. Oh, boy. All right, here we are. Philip Reynolds, love Glory Days boxing. Absolutely fabulous game. I love it. Again, I'm a boxing fan. I'm not lying. It's my favorite game. Doesn't mean I don't like other games. I play lots of other games. Philip Brown says, I have plans to learn replay basketball and replay baseball. Me and my friend Chris Howes, I apologize if I mispronounced the name, from my LPL league. So I think Philip is doing the card and dice stuff. I like the PC. It's quick setup, and you can roll your own dice if you want. Cutter Historical, in the middle of taping Out of the Ballpark 22 all-time teams plus historical season teams series, titled Bout Boxing Earlier Tourneys. JD says, I enjoy a good adventure. JD, how are the books coming along? When are you doing that Western? I want to read it. Larry Harris, I thought about doing the 73 Mets replay on Strat-o-matic, but that doesn't mean I will do it, but it's an idea. Oh, I know. So many ideas. I have a that's the fun thing about our hobby. Sports sims. You get the ideas, like you're watching someone do something and it might trigger an idea, or you had something in your head, or you see an old YouTube video, basketball, baseball, boxing, and yeah, it's fun. Projects are fun. Projects are fun. I'm trying to play more of the seasons I bought. Doesn't mean I'm not going to buy stuff. I'm just, pardon me, my beard hair got in my mouth. I want to start playing my seasons. I'm a collector of seasons like most of us in games, but I want to start playing more seasons. Playing 72 Strat, Red Sox, offline. I didn't get the new, because I already started, and they redid. Here's one thing. And again, you don't have to buy Strat if you don't want. It's a fun game. I just wish when they redo a season, if you already have the season, again, they don't make you buy it. So I'm just kind of because Action PC, if you have the season, they do something to it or the file, you get it at a tremendous discount if you rebuy it, because they just redid all their 1930 seasons with lefty righty splits and I think actual something else. And if you want to buy them at this point before Sunday night, you get a tremendous discount. Plus, if you say not upgrade, but they sent an email and you have to type in the word they say, you get more of a discount for the upgrade. And I just wish Strat would do that, but I rebought 86 because I'm going to I haven't started. I finagled with 86. I've not really played it. So that one I rebought, but I was already playing 72 and I wasn't going to rebuy it. Because I think if you rebuy it, because they have clutch hitting and they just made it super advanced, I believe. On the PC I'm talking about. If you rebuy it and you install it, you lose everything else. So I don't want to do that. Don Heston, Wilford Brimley talking about diabetes. I mean, that's not, no, we're not making light of diabetes, but yes, those were funny. And the comedians always did a good job with that. Robbie Werberg, how simple is Glory Days Boxing to learn to play compared to Legends of Boxing? Because I have Legends of Boxing understanding down very well with the PC. Good question. Glory Days Boxing is very easy to understand. And Anthony has wonderful tutorials on Bleacher Bums Gaming. That's where I would go for that. Kurt Berglund does a wonderful job. I don't do tutorials. I just play the game and I explain what I'm doing to the best of my ability. It's pretty easy. You could go and get a couple of free fighters, and without even having the chart, you could play it. Because I mean, you just wouldn't have the special event chart, but you can get a feel for it. I'll give you a quick thing. Jerry Cooney, we have a fight coming up soon. A what if? This fight was actually signed, but Cooney got hurt. And again, this camera's supposed to focus. I don't get it. I mean, why doesn't it? Okay, here we go. About here. No, yes, there. No, yes, no, yes. Jerry Cooney, Mike Weaver. The fight was actually signed, but Cooney got hurt. It would have been for the WBA Heavyweight Championship. We're going to play it out. What if? So Cooney and Weaver are both. Cooney's a 6-star fighter. Mike Weaver is a 5-star fighter. And all that means is whoever has, if they both rolled a 1, it would be a toe-to-toe exchange because they both had 1 star and whoever had momentum. Game's very easy. You play a couple of bouts, 3 to 4 bouts, definitely have it down, in my opinion. Go to the Facebook site, Glory Days Boxing, and just leave a message for Anthony. And you can go to Sideline Strategy, look up freebies. They're free boxers. Download a couple. I think there might be some rules there, but it's pretty easy to understand. If you download a couple of fighters and you go to Anthony's channel and you go to Glory Days Boxing, he has wonderful tutorials. I think to me, I love Legends of Boxing on the PC. I would not play Legends of Boxing card and dice. Too many rolls. Too many. It's a fun game. I enjoy it better on the PC. But Glory Days Boxing, easy to understand. And if Steeler Fan 1933 pops in, he'll tell you the same thing. Kurt Berglund will tell you the same thing. Keep scrolling down. Hope I answered that to the best of my ability. Don Heston on his replay is going to do several teams. That's always fun. Dave Gardner, Strat, and Action PC are different games, both very fun for different reasons. Absolutely, Dave. Absolutely. It's, again, if you just like playing one type of game, that's cool. If you play different games, to me, I play them, they scratch different itches. Larry Harris, play the games the way you want to enjoy. Everyone is different, so each their own. Amen, brother. That's what I say. JD, I put Horizon Zero Dawn on story mode, kind of walking through it, rather easy, just to play the story again. Might have to bump it up to easy mode soon. We've been playing, I've been gaming with my nephews, just to talk about video games for a second. We've been playing, oh, what the hell is that game? Back for Blood 2, I think it is. And we beat it on regular mode. Now we're playing it on hard. Oh my God, it's insane. And it plays very much similar like Left 4 Dead. Very fun. Myself, my two nephews, and my brother-in-law having a great time with that on Sundays. Bears Den 007. Yep, the different results are fun. I had a perfect game with Alan Foster. Cool. Historically, he probably never came close to a no-hitter. The baseball gods were with him in that game that night. Oh, my Lord. We got the chat is flowing. Al is just sipping coffee and enjoying. Let's get the Sportsman Z right here. I like Out of the Park for the computer best, even a little better than Strat computer game. Out of the Park's fun. It's a fun game. Again, the most interesting thing, I forgot what version, a few years back. I don't know if it was 2017 or 2018. I just quick simmed the 1977 season. Came out pretty close, but the teams that flipped, the Cleveland Indians won a lot of close games, and the 77 Red Sox didn't, and they basically flipped their records. Other than that, they were dead on. Not dead, but close. Again, pretty close. So that's always interesting. We have some new people in the chat. Clinton Parks loves the historical value, and that's the way he likes to play, and that's awesome. And Clinton goes right through the whole season. And I'm pretty sure he plays every game. Because Clinton, if you play NP3, I've been looking at that game again. But if you actually play I think you told me this, and I think I also heard it from King Ikibu. If you play a whole season of NP3 and you post all your games on their Delphi forum, you actually get another free season. Play hard offline, just how many times I die. Oh, that's Bernard Strom. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I've played over 100 different Sims and only found one I didn't like. I like them all. What are some of the Sims you play, Bernard? You don't have to tell us the one you don't like, but tell us some of the ones you do like. Oh, Steve Henderson. Yeah. Yes. I think you said Ken Henderson. Okay, I got you. Oh, my God. He killed me for the Mets. Do you know Steve Henderson? And again, he was a good ball player. He had good stats. But that's like who else? That's like John Wyatt, the 1967 closer. Good. He walks people, but he's good. No matter what game I play John Wyatt as, Strat, Action PC, out of the ballpark, he stinks for me. And Steve Henderson for the Mets, same thing, awful. And he batted in 77. He batted over 300, but he's horrible for me. Trying to catch up with the chat. It's a lot. Sportsman Z, I love the way he plays Strat. Sportsman Z plays Strat basic, and he plays it fun, and he enjoys it. And the love of what he's doing, the fun of what he's doing comes out in his stream, in his videos, and they're a lot of fun. Dave Garner. I had season tickets to the Lingerie League in New Hampshire. They played one game, got destroyed, and quit the league. I see I'm missing stuff. So he says, that sucks, Clinton Parks. What did Clinton say? Clinton must have said something about a game or something, about one of his games, and must not have went well. And our good friend Tim Cleve, baseball fan 879. JD, I'm curious to see what happens with the USFL. The XFL will be back as an experiment for new NFL rules and equipment. Yeah, I was enjoying the XFL when it came back. I was enjoying that other football league too. I just want them to play football. I want kickoffs. I want them to keep the flags in their pocket. Too many ticky-tack calls. If the USFL, you don't have to have. There's a lot of good college football players or players that don't get a chance in the NFL who can play. And if they have, here's the important thing with the USFL, in my opinion. They're having, quote unquote, some sort of draft. Forget the draft. Make the teams fairly equal. Spread out players. Do like the old AFL did, the American Football League, where they basically fixed the draft, meaning like, we want Joe Namath to go to the Jets. We want so-and-so to go to this team because he played college in that region, and he'll be better off with this team to try to sell tickets. Now, the other thing with the USFL in this first season, as I bippity-bopped, they're playing all their games in one or two locations, I think. I think actually in one location. So that's going to be kind of strange. All the games are going to be played in one location. And if Bob Z's still here, he can maybe confirm that. I just want them to play football. I don't want to see no one get hurt, but I just want them to play football. Midlife crisis. Evening. Used to be part of the skill of kick returning, catching the ball because it was a lot. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You should still have to catch the damn ball. It's a live ball after 10 yards. I don't like the NFL rule on that. I don't like how there's no kick returns. And I understand why there's no kick returns, because they did their study. Most people get injured on kick returns or hard hits. It's football, folks, not tennis. And I don't want to see anyone get hurt. I'm just saying it's football. That's like how they ruined amateur boxing. Now they're trying to bring it back without headgear. And it's, again, I don't want to see anyone get hurt, but it's it's much more pleasurable to watch amateur boxing now that they brought it back to the nature that it should be. Once again, midlife crisis. I got the idea for a 1977 Cleveland project after seeing a short documentary on Dwayne Kuiper doing that one next after I'm done with my 1972 Strat Carlton project. Steve Carlton was insane in 1972, how good he pitched. And that was a horrible Phillies team. I played a few what if, like Steve Carlton, Pine Tar against other great pitchers in 72. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that's a good one, midlife crisis. You have to keep us up to date with that. Oh my God, this chat is rolling. Al is way too slow. Cut a story. Yes, I'm going to do. I have to get all the links. Some of them I forgot. I just have to go back in some of my videos. There are a lot of fun free games out there. So if you want to try a free game, the wrestling game on Sports Replay Field of Dreams, Dice Wrestling, tremendous fun. If Dave Gardner's still there, it plays almost like an APA wrestling. Like, APA, you roll the red and the white die like an APA, and you come up with a result, and there's charts, and there's an Excel helper if you don't want to print up the charts, but it's a lot of fun. Status Pro PC basketball, someone did it free. It's fabulous. Status Pro baseball, same person did it. Not as fun as basketball in my opinion, but it's free. You also have in ASG games, time travel tennis. You get a free demo. You can play forever and ever. You don't get the whole thing, obviously. It's a demo. You can get a free demo for Legends of Boxing and play forever and ever with 16 heavyweights. You can get a free demo of classic soccer on ASG and play forever and ever. Replay baseball, you can get a free demo. I don't think that's forever and ever, though. I could be wrong. I think you can play a third of a season and just keep repeating it to see if you like it. Philip Reynolds likes card and dice. That's cool. Dave Little, Bob Z, is that you in the White Sox uniform on your biopic? Bears Den 007, Steve Stone would always mention that when the Giants were playing the Cubs, Kuiper was on the broadcast team for San Francisco. Clinton Parks, not quite. If you finish a season and turn it in, I'm sorry. Oh, this is back to NP3. I was asking Clinton Parks a question. NP3 on the PC. Not quite. If you finish a season and turn in the database back to Cyrus or Bill, you get 2 free seasons. Got it. Thank you. So, and that's every game you have to play. That's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. I keep looking at that. Again, that's a straight card and dice ported to the PC. I might download the demo once again. And again, that play is APA-ish, in my opinion. Bears Den 007, midlife crisis. Kuiper has one more home run than Mick Kelleher does. LOL. Dave Little, wasn't Steve Henderson part of the Seaver trade to the Reds? The Mets got Pat Zachary received in that deal. Doug Flynn and somebody else. Was it a catcher? Did they get a catcher? I believe it was Pat Zachary. I think they got 5 players. You could be right. Definitely Pat Zachary and Doug Flynn. If someone wants to look up that trade, that'd be pretty cool. Oh, let's close this out. That's not working. That's messing up my stream there. So mods, be on the lookout for any idiots. I had to shut down the YouTube. I was double streaming or watching. It seemed to be messing it up. How is the stream looking? I'm getting a message right now. Hopefully it's okay. Steeler Fan 1933. He's a big proponent of Glory Days Boxing. Because the question was asked, how easy is it to learn? I think it's a very easy game to learn. And hope all is well. Matt, he says, Delphi forums make Strat PC games look like modern marvels. Strat PC is fun, though, baseball. Their games are fun. The basketball has the funnest animation. Again, it doesn't work on my PC anymore. I don't know why. Bears Den says, yes. Cutter Circle. I thought it was a Kingman trade. Nope. If you're talking about the Tom Seaver trade, it was Pat Zachary, Doug Flynn, and I think 3 other players. Dave Kingman was not involved, to my knowledge. No, he was not involved in that trade. Kingman was also traded in 77. Kingman played for, someone can correct me, he played for four or five different teams in 77. It's like some sort of bizarro record. By the way, for all you Glory Days guys, I'm enjoying listening while doing something else. I like the radio broadcast. Thank you. And there's a lot of, it's a fun, again, it's what if. You can make matchups. It's a fun game, easy to understand. I love Glory Days Boxing. Bears Den 007. Henderson, Doug Flynn, Joel Youngblood, Pat Zachary, 2 was part of the Seaver trade. So it was Steve Henderson. I had Doug Flynn, Pat Zachary. I missed Joel Youngblood and Steve Henderson, who, again, underperforms for me every time I use him in the Mets. I like playing Mets and Red Sox seasons. That's just me. Steeler Fan 1933. USFL has already had their draft. All games are in Birmingham, Al, this year. Yeah, they're in one location. Okay. And they did their draft. I hope they did it in a way that they got good players on all the teams and let the chips fall where they may. And this chat is rolling. Holy cow. OTDA. All hail the Empire. How you doing, my friend OTDA? Hope all is well. Long time no see. May the Empire be with you. Yes, I root for the Empire in Star Wars. I don't know. Something about the Rebels just rubs me the wrong way. USFL is playing in Birmingham. Thank you. Dave Gardner. Maybe Brady and Gronk will go to the USFL and win it. That, you know what? Why not? That would be funny. Imagine if they said, hey, you know what? We can still play football. I like that idea, Dave. I don't think they have enough. They'd have to take a huge pay cut to go to the USFL. JD finds that amusing. I think that's a brilliant idea. Honestly, Al, I'm with you. I don't want to see anyone get hurt, seriously, but it's a collision-style game. Hard hits are going to happen, and people will get hurt. Absolutely. Dave Gardner. Chris's dice wrestling is fantastic. That's the game. I think I just said dice wrestling, but Dave's right. Chris's dice wrestling, and I'm going to do a stream, and I'll try to get all the links. Again, it's a red and white die. It's really fun. I think they have about 100-something wrestlers. It's brilliant. Midlife Crisis. I posted the All-Star Break update on Carlton on Facebook. Which group? Midlife Crisis. And do you, if I may ask, do you go as Midlife Crisis on Facebook or another name? And you don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. But I'm just curious. It's a yes or no. Because I'd like to see that. That'd be pretty cool. Or you can, if you want to, you can put it in the chat here. A bridge version if you want. Or the whole version. I don't care. JD, if you're going to play, go in knowing that you might not walk up. It's a contact sport. That's like boxing. It's dangerous. Cutter Historical. Okay, I did download the demos for ASG Golf, Legends of Boxing, Classic Soccer, Time Travel, Tennis. Yeah, because again, you can play those, get a feel for the game, and you might buy it, you might not, but you can still have fun with it. You know, and I like, with PC games and even with card and dice games, I like demos. I really do. Because that's how you know if you like the game. Most games I've bought, percentage-wise, 95, 96% of them I like. But God, it sucks when you get that, I don't like it. It's not for me. But when they have a demo, I appreciate that because it saves, even if you have to pay a couple of bucks for the demo. But I'd rather the demo be free. But my point is, you can there's demos out there, there are free games out there. You can add to your library when it comes to sports sims without spending a cent. And then you can buy what you want. You don't have to play it as card and dice. There's an automatic dice roll, dice throw in there. It's APA for computers without being APA. That's NP3, I believe our good friend, the Admiral Clinton Parks, is talking about. Stream is fuzzy right now. How about now? I shut down the other. Yeah. I think it should be okay now. I'm sorry about that. I was trying to monitor, and I apologize. I apologize for that. I was trying to monitor. We have moderators in the chat, so that's cool. And we have it set up for only subscribers to chat. But I have had some numbnuts come in who've actually waited the allotted period of time to come in and chat and leave those wonderful statements. Hopefully the stream, I shut down the way I was monitoring. Bernard Strom. All of the action PC games, Out of the Ballpark 22, Replay PC Baseball and Basketball, Strat PC Baseball, Legends of Boxing for the PC, Card and Dice games, APA Baseball, History Maker Baseball, second season, Red, White, and Blue Racing. I think that's what that is. I love listening to that game. Title Bout, TBI, I think that's Title Bout 1. I still have my old Title Bout. And Glory Days Boxing, NPG Plus, and Payoff Pitch. NPG Plus is another free game, I do believe, if I'm thinking of the same game. Steeler Fan 1933. Don't get me wrong. I love Strat-o-matic PC baseball. Very fun. MV, Mouse in the House. How you doing? Bears Den 007. Kingman was traded to the Mets from the Cubs for Steve Henderson after the 1980 season. So they actually, oh God, the Mets got him twice. Holy cow. Ugh. And again, good player, just underperforms for me. Who is the player that underperforms? That's a great question or a great thought. Who is the player that underperforms for you in your sports Sims games that you sit there and you go, wow? Just seen the Josh Taylor fight, larceny. I did not see it. That's what's wrong. We're talking boxing, or is this MMA? Was Josh Taylor MMA? Or boxing? Larceny is a horrible thing in sports. I believe the midlife crisis. I believe the only reason the Yankees got Kingman was because they wanted to block the Red Sox from getting him. They really didn't need him. And he wasn't on the World Series roster because they got him after that, correct? He was not eligible, or maybe he was and they didn't make him eligible. Clinton Parks. And Dan Norman Seaver trade. Dave Kingman played for 4 teams in 1977 and still managed to hit 20 home runs. Don Heston. Speaking of Seaver, I used to work with Jim Qualls. Mets fans should know him. Catching up here. Catching up. Oh, God. Here we go. Hey, Al, do you know when the Glory Days fictional set comes out? Love Glory Days boxing. I don't know. I would leave a message for Anthony. Again, we're going to have Anthony on next week with Joe from Sideline Strategies site where you buy Payoff Pitch and other games. And that's where you can purchase Glory Days Boxing. And it's going to be it's either going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Those are the dates that have been given to me, and I have to see which one works for me. But that should be fun. We've been trying to set this up. Joe is on with Dave and Ron a year or so ago on Digital Dice, and we've been trying to set this up, Anthony and myself. And this is a live chat, so you can ask questions because we do our stuff live when we do it. He did do a fictional set of tomato cans that you can download for free, but I don't think you're talking about that. I don't know that. I think that's coming up next. MV, are you a member of the Facebook group page? If not, I'll write a little note and I'll ask Anthony myself. But good to see everyone here. How do you record PC games live? I use OBS. It's free software, and there's a lot of YouTube videos telling you how to use OBS. So that's what I recommend, Philip. OBS. And there's other free ones too. But there's OBS. I use OBS. I think it's literally called OBS Studios. There's another one. Let me just bring this up here. OBS. It just got updated the other day. Okay. How's the stream picture now? Again, I shut down my other. For some reason, I couldn't set it up the same way I wanted, so I had YouTube up. But we have moderators in the chat. I greatly appreciate you guys being here. And so far, so good. No numbnuts. But we know how to deal with numbnuts. Midlife crisis. I just reposted the Lefty Carlton update on Digital to Dice. Thank you. I shall check that out, my friend. Very cool. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Our good friend Tim. Rod Carew, 1971. Underperformed in a draft league I was in. Interesting. It's just, again, I would assume that Strat-o-matic, the luck of the dice were bad for Rod. Josh Taylor, boxing. Yeah, tell me about the fight. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know anything about it. I'm looking forward to the fight tomorrow. O'Kelly, what the hell is it? The British cruiserweight, Oakley, and the Eastern European cruiserweight. I want to see. Is he Ukrainian? I can't remember. Could be Russian. I don't remember. But I think the fight card starts really strange time. 10 a.m. tomorrow, Eastern time, US of A. Fights from Europe. What's England? 5 hours ahead. That makes sense. Looking forward to that. I want to watch that. Don Heston. For those who don't remember Qualls, this was the Don had said if you're a Mets fan, you should know who Qualls is. He played for the Cubs in 1969 and broke up Tom Seaver's perfect game. Wow. And again, you worked with him. Is that what you said? D. Scott Howard. The Goat Whisperer. 1948 Strat. Satchel Paige didn't win a game for decades after I got him to autograph the card. Did you really get Satchel Paige to autograph the card? Let me reread this in case I mess this up. 1948 Strat. Satchel Paige didn't win a game for decades after I got him to autograph the card. That's pretty cool. I love Satchel Paige. We did some Satchel Paige games, card and dice. That was fun. I got to get back to card and dice. It's just, it's just so much easier setup with PC. And then I have to finagle my camera setup. And I don't have the best. I have a good camera. I don't have there's some great setups, card and dice, and I cannot duplicate that. I can only do it the way I can do it. I've gotten better with it, but yeah, I do like card and dice. I do like cards. There's so many fun card and dice games out there. Strat, Pine Tar, Pennant, Pocket Pennant Run, many others. Payoff Pitch. It's wonderful. So many different games. Midlife Crisis. Kingman was waived by the Padres on September 6th, claimed by the Angels, then traded to the Yankees 9 days later for Randy Steen and cash. Thank you very much, Midlife Crisis. Robert James has joined us. Howdy, my friend. Howdy. Hope all is well. MV, a.k.a. Mouse in the House. Hi, Al. I am a member of the Facebook page for Glory Days Boxing. As to your question about underperformers on PC games, Canelo Alvarez on Glory Days Boxing and Sugar Ray Leonard on Title Bout 2 at middleweight. He's been a disaster. I could see that, though. It's the luck for Title Bout 2. Well, Sugar Ray Leonard in reality fought one fight at middleweight. Questionable win over Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Then he fought Tommy Hearns at super middleweight. Donnie Lalonde, super middleweight light heavyweight, but they had super middleweight weight limit, 167. If I was Donnie Lalonde, I would not have agreed to that. But that was a big money fight for Donnie. He agreed to it. And that was actually a fun fight to watch. And I was waiting for this. Dave Gardner. Clemens, 1-4 in my 86 Strat replay so far, getting lit up. So he is underperforming. I just find that Cleve Baseball Fan 879, Sunday afternoon UK boxing. Wow. Yeah. I have DAZN, DAZN, and I love it. And I get to watch a lot of good fights. I pay one price for the whole year. Again, I used to have other apparatuses not to do that, but I don't have those anymore. So I had to pick. HBO doesn't do boxing anymore. Showtime's boxing is I like Eddie Hearn. I think he's a very good boxing promoter. He puts on good fight cards, whether in the U.S., in conjunction with other U.S. promoters, as he's from the U.K., or his U.K. fight cards or European fight cards are outstanding. I like Eddie Hearn. I think he's done a marvelous job for boxing. Robert James just started a fictional player career on Out of the Park, posted in the Facebook group. Which Facebook group, Robert James? Fictional. And here's another one. Do you? I can't get into fictional, but it's fun because for me, I don't get into it, but that's not true because everything I do is fictional, whether with real players, it's fictional. Everything we do, even if you're playing as played, is fictional. But I believe Robert, and I'm pretty sure he's saying like he has fiction. That's tough, fictional players, because I kind of like to know how the players are going to perform because I like to do the math in my head. How can I finagle more wins out of this crap team? Oh, that's one of my favorite things to do. Let's take a bad team, and can we win with a bad team? Again, I'm using math because all these games are math, whether storytelling or not. There's math involved. We have hindsight, and I'm using the hindsight to see if I can be better. Tell me more about that. How many where are your teams located, Robert? I like when teams are located. I actually did something close to that. I used digital dice baseball. I made the Springfield Rifles, and I had an imaginary draft of all-time players from God knows all over the place. And I was playing as the Springfield Rifles offline. I had tremendous hitting. I had horrible pitching. I just let it play out like you click the button, and it just, man, I got great hitters, horrible pitchers. Bud W. Boxing forum I go to said Taylor fight was one of the worst decisions ever. A little more detail. I'm going to have to look that up. That's horrible when that happens, too. I've just been reading a lot. I don't know if you guys remember, if you're boxing fans, when James Toney fought Dave Taberi, middleweight ABC Sports, and Toney was a huge favorite, and Dave Taberi beat him that in the day. If they fought 100 times, James Toney probably beats him 99 times. But on that afternoon, Dave Taberi beat him, and he got screwed out of the decision. Yeah, that's horrible. I hate when that, even if I'm not rooting for that boxer, I feel bad when they get the decisions wrong. MV. Ooh, MV. Here we go. Boston Red Sox 1986 never perform on Out of the Park. Reggie Smith is my all-time overperformer in Out of the Park. I'll tell you something who is an overperformer for me. Action PC Baseball 1962 Mets replay. I put a few games up on the channel. Is it Dave Marshall? First baseman, outfielder. I even came up with a little song in my head. They did the Marshall mash. He was on, but then they traded him away. It sucks when you're playing, because in the Mets replay, I am using Action PC Baseball. I'm using as played rosters, but I'm making my own lineups and using the pitchers the way I want to use them to try to win 41 games. And when you figure out a way to win or play competitively, and one of those guys gets traded or they're hurt for the rest of the year, you're like, I have to figure out a different way to win. Don Heston. Yes, a few years back, I see him every so often. That's pretty cool. That's fun. Clinton Parks. Yeah, my entire 1960s Phillies team. They underperformed, Clinton? Canelo recarded. For what game? Bud W. Todd B. How you doing, my friend? Todd introduced me when I used to have the Discord group. Todd B. plays a lot of replay basketball, and I'm really enjoying that. Thank you, Todd, for introducing me to that game. I'm doing a double elimination tournament offline. It's a lot of fun with the Great Team Set 2. I wish they would put the Great Team Set 1 up. Steve Garvey for the 1977 Dodgers. This is underperforming in your sports sims. What player? So it's Steve Garvey for Todd B. 1977 Dodgers is hitting under 200 with 2 homers in 50 games for me. I put his card in a Playboy mag. Hope he perks up. That's funny. It might work. Maybe Garvey needs some Geritol, Todd. Mark Jones. The Zone has female boxing as well. Yeah, they have that Mark, that Irish girl. I'm horrible with names. Oh, she is such a good boxer. The Irish girl. The Irish young lady, sorry. Oh, God. Is it Taylor, her last name? Marvelous boxer. I don't normally like to watch women's boxing. It's right there with like UFC for me. I'll watch occasionally, but if she's fighting boxing, I like to watch. She's absolutely marvelous. Does everything technically well, and she's smooth. She can fight on the inside, fight on the outside. She's not a big puncher. I want to say her last name's Taylor, Mark. Am I correct? Steeler fan 1933. Roberto Duran just stopped Freddie Welsh 2 minutes and 37 seconds of round 2 in my Glory Days boxing universe. Is that at lightweight? I believe that's probably at lightweight. Robert James. Not a big boxing fan, but I could watch Hagler Hearns fight 100 times. Amazing. A 3-round fight could be a classic. Robert James, check out Burt Cooper, Michael Moorer on YouTube. Brawl, 5 rounds. George Foreman, Ron Lyle, Brawl, 5 rounds. Check out those two if you enjoyed Hagler Hearns. Also check out any of the Mickey Ward, Arturo Gotti bouts at junior welterweight. They fought 3 times. Unbelievable stuff. Robert James again. It's in the sports simulation and replays group. It's a fictional player in a real life simulation. So you made a player, if I understand correctly, Robert. And again, I don't look at the camera. I look at this. I got to look at the camera, I guess, but I don't like looking at the camera. So did you make a real player? Did you make a fictional player and put him in a league? Am I understanding that? That could be fun. I think that. I did Bugs Bunny in my Legends of Boxing. I had a lot of fun with that. Clinton says hello to Todd B. Mark Jones. When in doubt, knock him out. Carmen Basilio had the best line. A couple of great Carmen Basilio lines. He was fighting Sugar Ray Robinson the first fight. And he fought twice at middleweight. Again, Robinson was still great, but past his prime. Still a great accomplishment for Carmen Basilio. And Howard Cosell, you can find this on YouTube. It's like a 15, 20-second clip. Howard Cosell says, Common. 9 out of 10 sports writers pick you to lose this fight. What do you think about that? Carmen Basilio goes, Howard, 9 out of 10 are wrong. I'll see you in the ring. And he walks away. And Carmen Basilio, another one, I think it was his rematch with Johnny Saxton when he got screwed the first fight, when the mob screwed him. He said, these are going to be my judge and jury, my fists in this rematch. And he was a good puncher, but not a knockout puncher, and he wrecked Johnny Saxton. Holy crap, did he wreck him. Robert James, I just added a fictional player to the 1985 Out of the Park replay, drafted by the Cleveland Indians, starting off with the Badava Trojans. Is that a minor league team? That's pretty cool. Mark Jones, you are correct. Taberi never boxed again. They were going to give him a rematch. He didn't want to do it. He should have took the rematch, but he didn't want. He won that fight against James Toney. I don't care. Again, they could fight 100 times, 1,000 times. Tony beats him 99% of the time. He didn't beat him on that Saturday afternoon. I was pissed when I watched it. I hate when that happens. Todd B says hello back to Clinton. Don Heston. Hope everyone's doing well. We're having a fun time of chat. Remember to check out Digital Dice, Spreaker, or wherever fine podcasts can be listened to. You can buy yourself a coffee mug, amongst other things. Don Heston. In a draft league, my team was struggling. So I put them in a Ziploc bag and taped it to the inside of a lid, inside of the lid to the toilet tank, left them there for a week. Then I won 12 in a row. So Don Heston going old school, saying, I'm going to punish these bastards. You better win. That's pretty funny. That's funny. It worked. The dice rolls were with you after that. Dave Little. He likes what Don did. Katie Taylor. So I was right. She's a beautiful, excellent boxer. Old school. I mean, again, I'm not a big women's boxing fan. It doesn't mean they're not good. It's just, but she is one of the most technically sound fighters. She can fight outside. She can fight inside. She'll mix it up. The one thing she doesn't have is a big punch, but she's brilliant. Bud W. Katie Taylor. Thank you very much. They should add females to Legends of Boxing. Well, you could make them. I made Joe I always say Baski. It's Baksi, B-A-K-S-I. I'm going to make some more fighters for Legends of Boxing. That was fun. And again, when I make a fighter for Legends of Boxing, I think, again, Legends of Boxing is an awesome game, and you can make your own fighters. That's a lot of fun. But I like to look at if there's fighters that the boxer I'm making that they fought, how did they make that card? What are the ratings? So in Joe Baxey's case, he did not beat Georgie Joe Walcott or Ezra Charles in real life. I cannot make him better than that. But I have to make him good enough that he only got stopped once. He was TKO'd by Ezra Charles in 11. That's the only time he was ever stopped. So you got to make him tough enough that he shouldn't be stopped. I mean, he could be stopped on cuts and stuff like that, which he was. That's the only time he never heard either he won or went the distance. Top 5 heavyweight, Joe Baskey, late 40s, mid-late 40s. Not so much. I said early 50s one time. Not really, but a good fighter. Died young. Oof, died young. Get back to the chat, as the chat is flying. Steelers fan 1933. Yes, Al. Duran Welsh at lightweight. Awesome. Mark Jones. Katie Taylor is fighting Amanda Serrano at Madison Square Garden in a main event on April 30th. I hope that's on the Zone because I'd like to watch that. Clinton Parks. That Phillies team is in 9th place. They have the most one-run game losses, 19. Wow. So imagine if they won half of those games. I do that when I'm playing like 62 Mets. Oh God, I hate losing close games. I'd rather get annihilated and sit there and go, well, I didn't have a shot at it. But yeah, losing close games is tough. John DFW, how you doing, my friend? Thank you for joining us. Bernard Strom. Started playing APA baseball in 1961. Been trying to win a World Series with the Red Sox ever since. I think he means but a dry spell is 60 years. Doesn't bother me really since they've won in real life. Well, I redid the 60. I finally won in the 67 season. I've played that a gazillion. When I say a gazillion, I'm exaggerating, but I played that many times with many different games. I decided to play an open world with a DH in both leagues, and Clinton Parks is getting all upset. I had a DH in both leagues in 1967, but it's my replay. And I had injuries turned off, but you could still get hurt. Tony Conigliere actually got hurt for the rest of the season diving for a ball, but I brought him back for the World Series because, by golly, I wanted to know what happened. And he ended up being the MVP of the 67 World Series. It was a lot of fun. Again, purely fictional, but it's for my enjoyment. John DFW, just curious, did you buy the 60s diamond gem cards? Very close, but I'll tell you why I didn't. I bought the other diamond sets when they came out for Strat. Card and Dice, I bought them. Fun sets. I like good teams. I have the majority of those teams with the seasons I have. I still might get it, but I have the majority of the teams, or I would have bought it. I like those sets. A lot of fun. Now, you're not going to have statistical... Guys aren't going to perform the same because if you played a league with the great teams, 60 gem set or 70s gem set or 80s gem set, you're always playing good teams. So the stats, just like if you play action PC baseball or anything, and you're playing not necessarily great teams, which is what the gem set are, but great players that make a team, like an all-star team sort of, stats are going to be inflated. Pitching will be inflated, I've noticed, because I played a lot of those types of seasons in Action PC. Pitching will be inflated a bit, meaning the ERAs will be up a bit. And it's kind of funny because batting will be down a bit, but more runs are scored because you're always playing against good players and good pitchers. And again, it's fun. Todd B. Mind you, but let me say this. Let's go back to John DFW. I enjoy my 70s gem sets, A and B, my 80s gem sets, A and B. I think there was a 90s one too. I'm almost positive there's a 90s one or something similar because I have a bunch of 90s teams too, I think. I could be wrong with that, but I enjoy those types of sets. So yes, I would have, I'm going to be honest with you, I would have purchased the 60s gem set when I upgraded my Strat-o-matic PC baseball, but I have 80, I think I have the 67 teams because I have that season. I have the 68 teams that they have on there because I have that season. I have the 69 teams because I have that season. I have the Yankees because I have 61. I have a lot of those teams, so I still might do it. It's just hard for me to do that because I have the majority of the teams. And because on the PC, I could actually make those gem sets because I have all those seasons. Todd B. My new basketball idea, 30 for 30 league based on the ESPN title, 30 teams with at least one scorer who averaged over 30 points per game for that season. I would assume you're using replay basketball for that, Todd? Robert James. The only thing with doing a fictional player sim in Out of the Park is you can't really play it. You can only follow it. You can adjust his ratings or some such, but can't control his teams. Really? You can't. What if you... Oh, I see what you're saying. What if you shut off in the background? What's it called? If you go to options, you can shut off the TV world or something. And you can play as any team as long as you're not playing as one team already. So do you have to create the player first and then put him in? You probably do. Okay. That kind of stinks, though. It would be fun to play the team. Can you play as the Cleveland Indians and then create the player? SGJ Jamie, how you doing, my friend? I use the ratings from Title Bout PC game from some years ago to make several dozens of the early 70s heavyweight fighters. I have that game. I have the Title Bout Championship Boxing. It's a great tool if you want to make fighters. Absolutely. They give you every fighter on the face of the earth up to 2013. And then there's someone who was updating that. But you have to be careful because when they come across, every fighter comes across, I think, as a heavyweight, and you have to adjust to their proper weight class. Mark Jones, I still date the fights for the original Title Bout boxing game. I have my old version. I got to play that again. Rate the fighters, LOL. Clinton Parks, they won 10, and as you have said, for the time period, July 1965, the stats are real close. Batting averages are, slightly off, 0.003, and ERA is 0.06. Very cool. Yeah, you guys are Puritans for baseball, that's for sure. And that's cool. That's fine. I like to do things slightly different. SGJ Jamie, Legends of Boxing has less areas. Rating for Title Bout looks like you need more expertise than I have. Yes. Legends of Boxing, and again, the way I did Legends of Boxing, I haven't done a Title Bout. And again, in Title Bout 2 PC, you can create fighters. And Jim Trunzo, hope all is well with Jim and his family. He has a guide. I almost bought it. But I think if you wanted to create a boxer in Title Bout 2 PC, if you created a few and you test them out, you can see how it plays, and then you can see how you want to use it. A great tool for that, if you have Title Bout Championship Boxing, very similar with the ratings. So you could pull up many a fighter there and almost duplicate it and just tweak it a bit. In Legends of Boxing, you can say, this guy was a good fighter. You could say this guy was an elite fighter. It'll bring up generic ratings, say for an elite fighter, and then you can adjust it the way you want. And then you can also create a universe just to test out your boxer and then bring him into another universe. I like when you can create boxers because a boxer is one person. To me, it's easier to create than, hats off to people who create whole leagues and teams in football. I made a couple of college teams in pro strategy football. Again, fun game. And people who say there's no strategy in that, again, if you don't like the game, that's fine, but you're incorrect when you say there's no strategy in pro football strategy 2022 or any version. There's a ton of strategy. It's just different. You might not be used to it. I recommend when you play that game, if you're talking about strategy, pro strategy football, we'll use 2022 as an example, play on expert, because that's where you can sit there and go, I want to run it this way, I want a pattern this way, and you're really getting in depth to the strategy. And to me, it's a visually fun game on top of that. Mark Jones, it's fun, lots of nuances. Talking about title bout 2, I've not made a fighter yet there. I want to make a few. Legends of Boxing, I want to start making, I think I'm going to make Michael Spinks at heavyweight. John L. Sullivan. There's no John L. Sullivan. That was curious. Be interesting to find out why I didn't do John L. Sullivan. I might do Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. And it's tough when guys are still fighting and you do the ratings. Jim Trunzo talked about that on the Title Bout 2 Facebook page. And Anthony Crooks, who are a good friend, who Glory Days Boxing, can be purchased at sidelinestrategies.com. Listen to these unbelievable card quality. Beautiful cards. Love the game. Favorite card and dice game. Glory Days Boxing. Next week, we're going to have Anthony on with Joe from Sideline Strategies, the website where you purchase Payoff Pitch and other fine games such as Glory Days Boxing. They're going to be on next week. I don't know what the date is and time, but they'll be on. It's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, one of those days, and we'll get the time locked down. So be there. Have your questions for Joe and Anthony. Celebrity Bikini, a.k.a. Jake Cruz. Midlife Crisis. First action PC football project I did was the greatest teams of the 70s. Fun, but you don't get to see just how dominant the teams were when they're not playing inferior opponents. Yes, because you're always playing someone really good. Midlife Crisis. 1972 Dolphins didn't make the playoffs, LOL. 73 Dolphins knocked out in the wild card round. And again, it's a sim, but it's fun, but sometimes it doesn't go the way you think. Mark Jones, I have many Strat seasons, and the 1934 Tigers are always tough. Well, they have Hammer and Hank Greenberg, don't they? And oh shoot, they have good teams, the Tigers, in that time period. Robert James, you could go into commissioner mode and control his team that way. You start the league first and then create the player when you have your draft pool announced. Okay. And there's also a way, I'll tell you a fun way to play out of the ballpark. You don't pick, and I think you're right, you go commissioner mode. You turn off the games in the background so you can pick any game you want to play. You can only play as one team. You can play as both teams, but that's not, I guess, if you like that. But that's fun. I usually pick one team and play, but I do like to have the option to play. Sometimes I played as the Mets and the Red Sox. Again, I watched a lot of Mets games when I was a kid because they were on NBC Game of the Week, even though they were horrific in the late 70s, early 80s. And then we got Channel 20, which was an independent station that gave you, I think they gave you about 40 Mets games a year, most of them on Fridays. And I always loved Ralph Kiner and Tim McCarver. And who is Tim McCarver's partner? I can see him. But I loved Ralph Kiner and Kiner's Corner. And I enjoyed the Mets. Mark Jones. I'm the guy who updates Title Bout Boxing game. It's more difficult since the game was sold around 2013. Oh, you're the person who does that. Because you can look for updates. And someone updates fighters. They add fighters and stuff. Hats off to you. Clinton Parks. I like your pro strategy, It is fun to hear your language when things go wrong. I bet Nurse Teresa washes your mouth out with soap. Oh, my kickers are horrific. How many times? 78% chance, 85% chance that I watch that jackass shank the ball. We had an epic game between the Vikings and the Steelers, Super Bowl IX. Oh my God, that was so much fun. And if you look at the results, it's fairly close. It's just we had a funner, more exciting game. The thing with pro strategy football, I think the results, my opinion, are quite good when you play a season out. I've played quite a few seasons. They're pretty good. The stats for the offensive players and defensive players, but especially offensive players, will be slightly inflated because even though in reality there's just a 43-man roster, you don't have like when players get hurt, there's other players you're popping in. You're only using that 43-man roster. So the offensive numbers are slightly inflated, but the overall results are very good. And still, it's a ton of fun. It's such a fun game and visually very pleasing to me. I love looking at all the old uniforms. Back to the chat. SGJ Jamie, I am not sure how to date my Title Belt 2013 game is, how up to date my 2013 game is, but has like absolutely 5,000 fighters. Mark, you probably created many I have used or ported over to Legends of Boxing, so thanks. Robert James, right. You can, if you want, and out of the ballpark, play every single game of any season. Yes, you can. You can. So, and again, play what you like, but some people have misnomers about some games. You can play as played and out of the ballpark. They have the lineups. The only thing they don't do, and I found this out playing my 1964 season, as played, Tony Canigliaro, rookie replay. They'll give you every player that played. And they'll put them like in what they call, you have your major leaguers, and then you have your guys off to the side, not necessarily minor leaguers. Because I don't use any of the minor leagues. I just play the MLB. You can have all the minor leagues. I just want the players who played. You have to sometimes figure out, which is pretty, you can kind of, like when there's a pitcher and you go, hey, that's not the guy who pitched. You just go and you got to bring that guy over and move. You have to adjust. I don't know who is actually sometimes, like I realize Canigliaro is hurt now, so I just kind of slid him out and I don't use him. I've used them. If I see them and they're eligible at that point in time, I'll have them pinch hit. Like Yastrzemski was out for a while, but I still have them pinch hit. I'm trying to win more games. It's fun. Robert James, I was in a Twitch chat during the football season, and anytime someone missed a field goal, the chat host would say, spam that Cody Parkey emote. Well, it's my guys miss chip shot field goals. It's MV. I'm sure that out of the park there is an option to use in actual lineups. Absolutely. You play a season replay and you click the option to use the actual lineups. I might do, again, I'm playing the 62 Mets in Action PC, rethinking it, and I'm actually playing them also in Baseball Mogul, which is wide open. Now, in Action PC, as I stated, I'm playing the 62 Mets actual rosters, actual transactions, but I'm making my own lineups and using the pitching the way I want. I think I'm going to play the 62 Mets in out of the ballpark, and I might do open world like I did my Ted Williams Swan Song season. I'm not going to make a bunch of crazy trades, but can I improve? Or I might actually just play with the as-played rosters, but like I do in Action PC, make the lineups and the pitching the way I want. Use them the way I want. I was also, hey, take care, Dave Little. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going to catch up on your wrestling tomorrow. Check out Dave Little's channel. Great YouTube content creator in our community. Robert James, yes, you can choose real-life transactions and lineups. the thing with that is you can never have the 1994 World Series. Yes, you are correct. I played that season out. We simmed that. I forgot who won now. It wasn't the Yankees or no. I forgot who won. We did that. We simmed out the whole season. I played some playoff games. It was kind of fun. Don Heston saying goodnight to Dave. Rick Hamill, how you doing? In Action PC, you can see the upcoming starters during the game, so you don't use one in real life. I don't think you're correct. You're correct with that, Rick. How you doing, Rick? I don't think Out of the Ballpark does that, though. Nice feature. You are correct. And because in 1964, again, my Tony Canigliaro replay Out of the Ballpark, I'm trying to win more games, right? And I'm like, well, this guy started, this guy pitched out of the pen. And I got caught early where I won some games, but, they decided they're going to pitch this reliever out of the pen. And I was like, oh, he has no, he's like, he's tired. I'm like, well, I'm going to pitch him for at least 3 innings and then bring someone in. In my 94, I don't remember. I have to go back and look. I don't think it was the Expos either. We had fun with that, though. That stream was supposed to be fairly short, but then the Red Sox made the playoffs, so I kind of I didn't play. I can't remember if I played their games, one game or two. It was like a 3-hour stream, or it was fun though. It was interesting to see. So we had the question was, what players have underperformed? Me, Steve Henderson for the Mets. We had some interesting ones. Steve Garvey was shown by Todd B. Satchel Paige for D. Scott Howard. That's always interesting when good players underperform in a sim, and it's just pure bad luck. Because they should perform fairly well. SGJ Jamie, I don't know why, but cannot figure out how to get the real photos and Out of the Ballpark instead of the graphic images. Okay, you have to go. Here, we'll do this real quick. Let me do this. Let me bring this up here. Slide this here. Let me get this situated. Let's go to play, and then I'll share my screen. You have to do that. And let's bring this over here. Bring this over here. All right, let's see if I remember how to share a screen. Share screen. All right, let's go here and share. There we go. All right, so this is Out of the Ballpark 22. Okay, let's just, as I'm clicking on the wrong, I'm clicking over here, and I got to click here. Let's hit continue. So what we want to do, let's do a historical game, all right? Let's go historical. No thanks. I just want to play my freaking game. Now let's pick a season. Or, wait a second. You know what? I think it might even be before this. Let's get out of this. Show advanced options. I think it's before this. I think it's... Oh, I hate... I think it's before this. Hold on. There we go. Back. And let's just... Single season replay. And for some freaking odd reason... On the other screen, I'm not... Let's bring this over here. I don't think... Can you still see that? Hold on. Yeah, because... All right. When I bring it to this screen, I'm not getting... Hold on a second. Let's do that. There we go. No, it's still not giving me the bottom. I need the bottom. All right, let's do... Got to bring it back over here. This is not working the way I thought. So what we're going to do... Hold on a second. Slide this over here. There we go. And slide this over here. That's not working either. Well, that's... Stop sharing. There we go. All right. I'll read it to you. Hold on. When I go to my second screen, the out of the ballpark is not... I don't see the bottom where I have to click next step. Let's bring this back here. And bring this back up. Let's hit cancel. All right. Now, let's bring this back over here. Can we minimize? Let's do that. All right. I don't want to make it full. Okay. Now let's share the screen. All right. I'm going to try to I'm trying to remember. I haven't set up a season in a little while. Share screen. Let's try this again, Al. The joys of streaming live. And there we go. All right, here we go. Now, I think if you go in settings, okay, settings. Now, you see it says miscellaneous, 3D face gens. So you click on that. You have to click on search for photos first. Okay? But you have to have the photos in out of the ballpark. You have to put photos in out of the ballpark. I think the original option comes up search for photo file face gens first. You want to click on search for photos first. All right. Let's just cancel out of that. So that's what you want to do. And that's going to bring up the photos. Now, let's reduce that. Let's bring... Let me slide this over here. So you'd have to put your photos. I have my stuff on the D drive. So you have to go to Steam Library, Common. I have to show you this game. It's absolutely horrible. The Art of Boxing. Oh, what a horrible game. It's so horrible, it's laughable. Then go down to your 2022 or whatever version you have. Data. You have to put it in your photo file. Now I have them set up by season. You can actually just put... So if I was going to do like my 1964 season, those are all the players. You have to, the problem with when you have it set up by season, you have to kind of go in and say, hey, I want this picture. I think that's the only way I know how to do it. It doesn't do it automatically. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's close that out. And let's bring this back up. And let's go to Tony C. I just downloaded, I don't know why it took me so long. Someone did in the workshop, all the uniforms historically from like 1909 up until 2020. So that was, I don't know why I've never downloaded that before. Workshop has a lot of cool stuff. So, okay, let's do the Red Sox. And hopefully this will work. Let's go to Boston. And you can see I have most of the Red Sox with Red Sox caps on. Another fun thing is I made baseball cards. Okay, so let's find, right here you can see Roman Mejias, I believe. Again, if I mispronounce his last name, I apologize. Let's find him with a Red Sox cap. So the way I would do this, I go here, transactions, you get your roster. And again, this is your reserve roster. This is the way I play a season. I don't do the minor leagues. I put Tony Conigliere here because he hasn't really played in a while. Yastrzemski I still have here. I use him as a pinch hitter. He's actually back in the lineup now. So we're looking for Mejias. Oh, we have Al. I don't think Al Smith, they picked him up. He's horrible. Okay, so we click here. You can see as a Pittsburgh Pirate. So if I want to find, and I want to add, and again, I don't know any other way to do this. This is the way I do it. You got to have patience. It's not that hard. You just got to, when you play it, when I play a team, I'll go in. Sometimes I don't change them all. Now you go to editor. Pitcher function. Import photo file. I'm going to go to my drive, D drive, Steam library, Steam apps, common. Brings up all the games that I have loaded. Out of the ballpark 22. Data. Photos. 1964. Now brings up all the players. I'm going to filter on his last name, Mejias, and hopefully he comes up. Of course, he doesn't come up because sometimes it doesn't work that way. So let's filter again. Mejis. All right, let's do it this way. 1964, right. Let's do it this way. Roman. And that didn't work. Maybe he doesn't. He should have a pitcher. Let's get rid of the filters and do it old school. Again, the spelling might be different. I mean, the name, like he might have an E or something, and that's why it's not coming. Like Roman E. Mejias or something like that. I don't know. Let's cancel that, and let's just go down and 64. Oh, you know what? These are the players. These are the players who switch teams. Okay, shoot. Let's go previous. D drive. Steam library. Common. Out of the ballpark. I clicked on the players who switched teams. Some you can find the photos with the new teams. Data. Photo. 64. Double click that one. Hey, what happened? But anyway, that's how you would find it. Let's try someone else. MLB photo pack. It should be this one. Oh, players. Duh. Jesus Christ. There it is. Al's a moron. All right. Players. Now let's try this. You know what? Let's not even filter. Let's just go down to M. Well, let's try the filter. It's going to take way too long. So now I would type in the name. I apologize. I clicked on the wrong thing. I knew something was wrong. It's late or early. Chaos. There he is. So let's click on him. Now load. And there he is. Voila. I did it. Now we have him in a Red Sox hat. And I always do this. Save game. Let's try it a little more. Let's see if we can do it smoother, and then we'll. But that's how I load the photos in. I don't have a magic wand. I don't know how to do it quicker. I mean, if you put everything in the photo pack, just one generic photo pack and say find photos, it'll do that. Todd, how you doing? Wardrobe Plays World War II. Check out that wonderful channel. Military Strategy. Yep. You're correct about digital diamond baseball. So that's the way you do that. Some people also asked about the ballparks. And I apologize because on my other screen, I cannot make it bigger or I can't see the bottom because of the way I have it set up on my better high def screen. So if you want to load a ballpark, let's do that. That's pretty fun. A lot of people have asked me how do you do that? It's pretty easy. You just never be afraid of doing something. I watch videos. That's how I learn. I just like to go here and let's go to, I already loaded Minnesota. I don't think Detroit has the right ballpark because here's the thing. When you bring a game over, I started this season, I think it was a 2019 version. Or what are we in 2020? Actually, 2020 version. I think I started. So 2021 and now 2022. Because this is a long-term thing. I play it when I want. When you upgrade and you bring it over, the stadiums don't come because you have to reload them all over again. So let's go to Detroit. I think they have the generic stadium. So if I want to load Detroit Stadium, I go info, ballpark. See this? Edit ballpark. That's the generic stadium that comes with the game. I don't want that. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't want it. So now I go to 3D model. But you have to have the ballparks loaded. So now I'm going to go load 3D. We're looking for Tiger Stadium. I know it's in my D drive because that's where I have everything for Steam. You just go Steam apps, common. I have to go back. And there might be a quicker way to do this. I don't know how to do it quicker. I do it the way I know how. 22. Data. I'm not going to go to players. I'm going to go to ballparks. And I'm going to click on models. These I downloaded from the workshop, and I'll show you in a second. So Tiger Stadium, I believe, is Tiger Stadium. So I'm going to look for Tiger Stadium. Let's just filter. Let's go Tiger and hit OK. And that didn't work. All right, we're just going to scroll down. Maybe it's something different in 64. Briggs? Is it Briggs? Maybe it's Briggs. Maybe let's just keep going. Fenway. Tiger Stadium. Okay. So because I'm playing 1964, the model I'm going to use 1948 to 1979. I click on that, and then you click on Tiger Stadium 48 OBJ. And see, if you click on this one, oh, God damn it. You notice how nothing comes up, and now I got to do it all over again. Let's see if we can go previous. Previous, no. There we go. It worked. Holy crap. Usually never works. You don't want to click on textures. Click on the OBJ. And you hit load. Tiger Stadium. And then you just go save model. Hit OK. We save the model. And again, because I cannot see the bottom, oh my God. And again, because I have my game set up for my better screen, which is this screen here. And this screen is, well, anyway, I have two screens and they're not the same. They're not configured the same, so I can't see everything on my second screen. All right, so let's go back here. Let's go Boston. All right, that's how you load that stadium. Let's do another one. I love loading stadiums. Oh, let's go back to Detroit now, and I'll show you that the stadium is loaded. You know what kills me with my 64 replay? The double headers. God, I hate the double headers. All right, so that's Detroit. Phil Regan. Okay, so one more time. He's in a Dodger. You can click on Phil here. Let's go to edit. Go picture function. Photo file. And again, I found these I got to find the link. If I can find the link again, I'll put it up somehow, and you can it goes from 1947 to 2005. Every photo file, team specific. It's unfreaking believable. I just have to find it again. I don't know if it's still up. When I find stuff like that, I download everything I can because I'm going to use it at some point. And I try to share. So let's look for Phil Regan. The Vulture. Bears Den says the Vulture. You are correct. The Vulture. We're going to find the Vulture in a Detroit Tigers cap, hopefully. So again, we brought us here. That's cool. Let's filter Phil Regan. Again, I don't know. If you put everything in a generic photo file, it will search it automatically. But I want specific caps. And I don't have everything in the photo in the generic. I bring over the seasons, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. So let's okay. Phil Regan, let's hit that and hit load. And look at Phil Regan, Tigers cap. And again, I don't know if you have to, but I always say save game. That's how you do that. Again. All right, we'll load up another stadium. Let's see who the Red Sox are playing. Let's go back to my beloved Boston Red Sox. We are 57 and 57. Yep, Clinton Parks. I'll tell you another one. Sometimes you can use photo packs from other games that you just have to copy paste them into the other game. If you have PC Replay Baseball, even if you don't have the seasons, when you maybe I'm wrong with that. But whatever seasons you have in PC Replay Baseball and you hit they do it the best. You hit the button and everything loads beautifully. But there is a photo file that you can copy paste into another game that you can use. And it's incredible. Like Clinton says, there are people who just load up photos and thank you very much. Let's go. So we're 57 and 57. I don't know if you can see that. The Yankees are underperforming. Let's go. I'll show you this real quick. It's kind of fun. Again, Minnesota is ahead. In 65, they go to the World Series. They lose to the Dodgers. They're really kicking ass here. Cardinals. This is insane. The Cardinals have won 15 in a row, and they're still 13 and a half back. Milwaukee Braves are starting to fade, though, but I don't know if the Cardinals can get up there. They've won 15 in a row. We're pretty much where the Red Sox were. We're slightly overperforming, but we're pretty much where the Red Sox. The Twins are ahead of schedule. The Yankees, they're not doing well, and this is amazing to me that the Cardinals are putting on a charge. But we're in August 12th. I don't think the Cardinals are going to make it. 15 in a row, and they've only cut it to 13 and a half. Milwaukee's slumping. The Dodgers. They've bit Milwaukee's big lead at one time. They're down to 5 games now behind. So that's kind of fun. What was I doing? I forgot. Oh, let's load up one last stadium. We'll show you the stadiums again. Clinton Park says, I have the White Sox in 65 by 6 games. Ooh. So they're ahead of the Twins. Who are we playing? I think I loaded up. I'm pretty sure I loaded up the Orioles. Let's do one more stadium. Ooh, let's do the Chicago Cubs. Let's do Wrigley. Now, Lou Brock is still at this. Well, he might have been traded already, but he's still the stolen base leader. I wonder if he's been traded. But Lou Brock there is a Cardinal, because when I initially did this season, I used a generic photo file in one of my versions. But I'll change that. I'm not really playing the National League anyway. But let's do info. We're going to change this ballpark. Then you go to edit. Ballpark. And again, oh, we already have it. It's already loaded. This one came across right. I believe that's Wrigley. Oh, this is modern Wrigley Field, though. I think this is the one. Yes, this is the one that comes. You can use the modern. See, you can use the modern stadiums also for any season, but I think this is the modern. So let's. Even though I like this one, that's pretty freaking cool. Let's see if we can find the. Oh shoot! I hit that. Let's go 1964. Let's see if we can do previous here. Come on. It worked last time. Sometimes it works. Maybe double click. Anyway. Drive, D drive. I wish that would work better. Steam library, Steam apps, common. Find the game. Then I'm going to show you about the workshop in case you don't know. Yep, D. Scott Howard, you're correct. You can show different versions over the years. So let's, where'd I go? Now data, ballparks, we're going to look for models, Wrigley Field, that's a W. Even I know that. 38 to 78. Again, you want to hit Wrigley Field 1938 OBJ. Click on it, hit load, and it will give us the older version. Not as pretty, but the older version. I kind of like the new version better, but so I'm going to say, well, we'll just say save 3D model. That's okay. The other one was the one that comes with the game, with the new game. All right, so that's that. Let's go back to my beloved Boston Red Sox. Let's go. What was I going to show you? I forgot. Standings on page. Transactions. I go standings again. We already showed you this. I talked about that. All right. So let's just go file, save, and file. Oh, workshop. Let's go to the workshop. Okay, these are what, and I'm going to show you it in Steam. But I have the stadiums reloaded for the new version. And you can also, if someone doesn't do the new stadiums, like with the next version, like I'll just copy paste every stadium that I have in 2022, and I'll put them in 2023. They'll work the same. I just found this, the uniforms. I don't know how I missed that before, but you have to go and click on them and change each and every one because I've already started the season. If you do a new season, you can say, look for the right one, and it should bring it up. All right, so let's close that out. Let's exit this. Yes. And that should, okay, so now we're back to Steam. I want to go to the, okay, so let's go library. Click on that. Workshop. This is the Out of the Ballpark workshop. This, I just downloaded this one today. This is historic. Oh, no. I'm sorry. This is, I downloaded that one a long time ago. This is the historical stadiums, 1901 to present. And all you do is you would click on this and you click on subscribe, and then it would automatically load into your game, but you have to load up the stadiums. Now, the one I just found today, and again, I hate this because it's chopping off the side and I cannot see the side. Back. most popular. I just did. They have a face gen, which I did. If you don't want to load photos, they're pretty good. Like, I think that's Tom Bernansky. I think. I don't know who the hell that is, to be honest with you. That's Jeter over here. I don't know who that. Clemens, maybe? Tony Gwynn. Catfish Hunter, I'm guessing. Oh, that's Maddox from the eyes. Mike Piazza, maybe? Mariano Rivera. I don't know who that is. Reggie Smith. I don't know. I don't know who that one is. But that's the face gen. And again, if you do that and you check off face gen, it'll automatically upload those. Where I just found. Here it is. This one. Historical uniforms and logos. This is awesome. So you can play with that. I was one of my favorite Braves uniforms there. 1916, 1917 Brooklyn Robins. The Astros. 87 to 88 Phillies. Blue Jays. So that's just an example. And all you have to do is click on subscribe and it loads into your game. You might have to go into options and do it one more time before you start the game, but that's that. All right, enough of that. Let's get the hell out of this. Okay. Let's close out of that. There we go. And stop sharing. There we go. Whoa. That was a little cumbersome, but hopefully that helped you, SGJ Jamie, as he says. Thanks, Al. I appreciate the walkthrough. Now I have your instructions on video. I feel bad for you because I'm not good at instructions, but I try to help. Take care, Clinton Barks. Thank you very much for stopping by. We're going to stop the stream in a little bit. Here, let me see. Let me reduce this for a second. Oh, that's still up. Let's save that. Close that. Bear with me a moment. I want to try to find. So I have this player photos. Is that it? No, that's my football one I shared with people. Where's the baseball one? And if I find the website, baseball photos, is this it? Yes, it is. Okay, let's bring this back up. Close that. Bring this back up. All right, here we go. So I found, I'm going to share the screen again. And if I can find the website, I'll post it in Digital Dice and sports simulations. Share screen. There we go. Share this screen. Okay. So I found this site and someone did 1947 to 2005. It's amazing. So let's look at 1975. So you have your managers. And if you click on Alvin Dark, there he is. Can you see that? You probably can't see it because it popped over here. Okay. Billy Martin. Texas. See? All right. Anyway, my point being is you can find these things online. You just have to, you have all your team logos, Cleveland Indians. Let's look at some, let's go to players. You have partial season players, the guys who switch teams. So Andy Etchenbarren must have went to the Angels. And there you have Andy Etchenbarren with the Angels. He's probably with the Orioles prior to that. You'd have to load that up, though. Bernie Carbo with the Red Sox. So in some game, I also use these for Action PC. and you can make a specific file, and it'll read them from that file. It'll upload everybody, and sometimes the spelling, like spellings are different, and you have to manually click on it. Bill Campbell would be with Minnesota, I think. Yep, Bill Soup Campbell in 75. Bill Melton, White Sox. Yep. So, but 47 to 2005. If I can upload this, what's that called? Google something. And I can upload it on my Google, I forgot what it's called, but you can upload files on it. And I can share it for everybody. I'll do that. And you can have these. But there is a site. Let me see if I can find it. Let's close this out. Let's continue to share the screen. Let's go here. Actually, let's do this here. Let's see if we can find this again. Let's go. Baseball photo. Downloads. Now, it's not going to. I mean, you can find these on Field of Dreams replay. You can also find. Let's go here. Get out of that. Action PC community has a bunch of wonderful ones. I know I have that saved. Let's go bookmarks. Let's see. Maybe I have this one saved. Let's. Sometimes you save so much stuff. Oh, Status Pro Basketball. We see it. This is free. This game. It's absolutely fabulous. And the baseball game's free. It's statussportsgames.wixsite.com. And I highly recommend it. And I'm going to do a video on these. And I'm actually going to put them in the link. I won't be doing a chat with Al type. I'll be doing it through YouTube so I can put the stuff. Because I don't think I can put the... Oh, son of a bitch. Back. There we go. I don't think... I'm going to try to copy. I don't think I can put it in here. Let's see if it works. Oh, it's going to work. Here we go. Someone click on that and see if you can get to this site. I want to make sure. Absolutely fabulous game. Anyhow, that's that because I found it. So here we go. Let's go back to here. We're looking for that baseball photo packs. I'm going to take one more shot at it. I know I saved it. Let's go down one more. When I find something, I save the links. Oh, cool. It worked. Check it out. It's a free... I'm leaning this way. You can't see me anymore. It's probably a good thing. I apologize for that, but... Action... Okay, here's another fun one. And again, I'm going to do a video. Let's go here. This... Okay, if you have Action PC games and you're not sure about it and you just buy the generic, say, baseball, you come to here. And again, I'm going to put this in here. Copy. Hopefully, again, this link works. Enter. What the... There it goes. Can someone check that one, please? So I go here and I'm like, oh, let's look at baseball. And you go here. And they have images. So if you want images, like you're playing the 1964 season, right? But you're playing it in, say, out of the ballpark, right? you can still download these images and put them where you want. Someone got all these images. 1969 player photos, 1970. This is not where I found the other ones. I mean, that's going to take more searching. But this is really cool. It's a wonderful tool, the Action PC sports community. You can use these photos in other baseball games, such as Out of the Ballpark or Strat-o-matic. You might have to, I'll show you a great Strat site in a second. If you just purchased Out of the Ballpark, I'm sorry, Action PC Baseball, or if you're playing Out of the Ballpark 2021 season, player photos, 2020 player photos. I think they actually upgraded to the actual. So you can get almost all the player photos for the last season. But here's the beauty of this site, and I don't know if everyone's familiar about it. People make seasons. This is incredible. You know how hard it is to do this? I try to make one player. I was trying to make the Cartoon League with Bugs Bunny and all those. I'm still working on it. But you can do, I'm playing this right here. I'm playing the 1960, 1979. I'm trying to make, okay, 1960, 1979 season. They're taking players from this time period and they're putting them on their respective teams. There's doppelgangers, mind you, players who play on multiple teams. This is so much fun, but it's free. You want to play some Japanese baseball? 1964, free. Pacific Coast League. This one, I might play this one next, 80 to 93. They have the Seniors Baseball League. Remember that? Free. 2000 Japanese League, 2010, 2011. Oh, this has got to be pretty. Oh, I didn't see this one. 2020 to 2019 3-year franchise. I like these. These are fun. Purely fictional, obviously. I mean, the players are real, but I mean, what do I like about this? The person who made this, Ted Williams, in my opinion, should be on an all-time 1960s Red Sox team because he had a hell of a year in 1960, and they have him on the team. Now, they take a 3-year average. I don't know exactly how they did it, but it's fun. And I played this best of 9 Red Sox Yankees. It's on the channel. But these are free. So you could, if you didn't know, you could get the generic Action PC Baseball, meaning without the season. You get whatever season that comes, they give you a season when you buy it, but you don't get the new season. You could come here. You have a 1926 Negro League someone created. Basketball has a ton of college they created. Let's look at basketball. Look at all this. Someone created all these seasons. I like this file here. College great teams. These are teams that did not make the Final Four, necessarily the tournament, but they were great teams. I mean, this is a lot of fun. Football, mostly college. They're mostly college seasons. But if you like football, again, another thing, and I'll stop going doing this, but you go to the image package. Fields, players. Okay, you find a lot of stuff here. This is where I find my stuff. People are always asking, how do you find this stuff? I go look for it. All right. Golf. This is fun. If you have the golf game, this is fun. This is my favorite one to play. These are mostly paid. I mean, this takes you to the actual store, but this one is free. Where is it? It's the celebrity one. This one. I love this one. The celebrity one. This is free to download. And you're saying, but I want the pictures. Yeah. When I say it's free to download, you have to own the golf game. Go to images. All this is free. You like golf? You have Action PC Golf or another golf game? You can use these photos in different golf games. Again, they're for Action PC, but you can use them. They have the celebrity. Where is it now? Now I have to find it. Celebrity. Where are the celebrity golf? Right here. Celebrity golfers. So this is a wonderful tool, the Action PC community. I want to show you that wrestling game, and I'm going to go back and do it just because it's on my mind now. I can't sleep, and we got 27 people still here somehow, so I greatly appreciate that. So this is, again, Action PC sports community. We showed you the Status Pro basketball, which has Status Pro baseball, free. Can I find the MP3? Where are we going to go now? Oh, let's do. Get out of that. I think it's replay. Field of Dreams. I always lumber into finding that. Here it is. Replay Field of Dreams. This is an absolutely awesome site. Okay. Awesome site. Go to downloads. I've done this before. I did it a while ago. I was telling you about that wrestling game. This is marvelous. Chris's Dice wrestling game. You got to scroll down a bit. These Mike Sealock games are wonderful. Those are quick play games, all free. You keep scrolling down. Where's the wrestling game? Here it is. Chris's Dice. And you click on this and it downloads. It's beautiful. This one I never could figure out. It's a really interesting looking. I could never figure out because the Excel notes, in my opinion, doesn't explain it well. But it's all Excel driven and there's multiple dices. I just couldn't figure this one out. So if you're not, let me put this in here. I'm going to go back to the downloads here. And then you just go where you want. Okay, you like football? This is a fun one. Click here. Mike Sealock games again, fun. Quick play. All free. These are dice games, mind you. Let's go to Action PC. Oh, we were just here. So let's keep going down. Where's the Action PC football? Did I not click on the right one? I didn't click on the right one. It was on the other side. Oh, they're over here. Action PC football. Again, these are generic leagues. These 60 teams, I think these are all college teams that were not made originally. And you can get that. You can also get that on the other site. I think they all work on the other site because I think they updated them. But there's some seasons here. Photos. Where do you get photos? See, photos. Okay. College football. But let me go back. I think the one I want to show you is not under football. And let's go back here. Downloads. And let's do this. Put the link in the chat. Copy. Paste. If someone could check that one, I would greatly appreciate it. Where is this one? Is it under basketball? I think it's actually under basketball. All right. Some more player pack photos here. Action PC. I think you can also get them on the Action PC site. But these are free. I want to show you some fun stuff here. This is great. Where is the 72? Where is it? The hockey between the Canadians and the Soviets. I downloaded it from here, I'm positive. But they have, again, photos, hockey photos. I've been playing this 66-67 American Hockey League from here. Lots of fun with that. I want to find did they take it down? Okay. This is a fun if you like football. 70s, like the best players from the 70s per franchise. Oh, people want to know here, ball roller. You can download it from here. So I have 70s football, 70s basketball, 70s baseball. Again, it's like a hybrid of the best players. Someone made that. Where is you have homebrew seasons for the IHL, CHL. I have this downloaded. I haven't played it yet. The 85-86 AHL. American Hockey League, if you don't know what that is. We have a local team in it. So. Where is Oh. I thought I got it from here. could have sworn I got it from here. It's the Summit Cup or whatever, you know, when the Team Canada played the Soviets. I could have sworn I got it from here. But again, these are people who make home brews. 1976 Canada Cup home brew. Maybe that's the one I downloaded. I thought I had the 72. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is right here. Burning Hearts. So this is the person who made it. I got to keep leaning back. 1972 Canada USSR Summit Series. Fun. So again, these are home brews. You can, but there's so much stuff you can find on here. Great site for our community. Summit Series. Thank you, Robbie. So that's cool. And I'm going to show you. I want to find that photo pack thing for you. I'm going to show you the Strat site. And probably people who play Strat know this because this guy has a wonderful site. Steeler Fan 1933 says, young Corbett III, 7-4-1 with 2 knockouts, defeated Marty Servo, 6-4-0 with 1 knockout by split decision. That's a close one. 114, 115, 116, 115, 117, 112. So 2 judges had it close. 1 judge had a 5-point victory for young Corbett III. Thank you for sharing that, Steeler Fan 1933, our good friend Matt. Let's look for this Strat site now. Let's close this out. Baseball. Strat-o-matic. Photo sets. Brian, this is marvelous. And you can use these in other games. They're not going to load automatically because of the way they're worded. You just have to load. Like for Action PC, you'd have to click on each one. But again, he did every photos up until 2019. I think the 2019 is down here. And he hasn't done anything since. I hope he's all right. I hope it's just he stopped doing them. But look. And then all-time batters, all-time pitchers for Strat. I'm going to put this. Yeah, he has ballparks too. I still have not figured out how to load those ballparks into Strat-o-matic. It's confusing to me. Okay, so this is Brian's ballpark site. Paste. And if someone can check that one out, make sure it loads. And again, I'm going to do another video on this where I didn't expect to do this now, but we have 31 people watching. I'm not tired. And if you just joined us, if you like sports sims, who are some players who underperform or teams that underperform for you when you play whatever sports sim you like to play? Yeah, player photo set, Hall of Fame. He did a marvelous job. So that's for Strat-o-matic, but you can also use these photos for other games. I want to find Steeler. It works. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you very much, Matt. I want to find that photo. I want to find the one I showed you where I had from 47 to 2005, all those photos. But if you go back to the replay one, there's basically, thousands upon thousands of photos. They might not be with the right team because players bounce a little bit. But the older teams are usually, because they didn't move around as much, but still you get a lot of photos with that. I'm going to show you how I find boxing photos. Now there are sites, the replay site has the photos for Legends of Boxing. And I think they also have, if you go to Title Bout 2, if you have Title Bout 2, they have photo packs. But I like, because I'm a huge boxing fan, so let's say if I wanted to find Rocky Marciano, which I've already done, I would go Rocky Marciano. And I hit enter, and then I hit images. So what I like to do is pick an image. Now, my favorite image is this image. So I would take my snippet. And again, I have to accept, sometimes if you click on this, you can get the better photo, and it's not going to give me the better photo. So let's get out of this before some sort of freaky ad plays and I get punished. So I can either take the bigger picture here, or I can take this smaller picture here, and I can enlarge it with Snippet. Now, Snippet is a tool down here. Do you see this? This is Snippet. It comes with your Windows. Okay. You click on Snippet. I'll slide it over here so you can see. This thing comes up. All right. I'm going to bring it back. But I would click on this picture, and I'm like, okay. Oh, God, I don't like that. But that's all right. I want this picture. Okay. So then I hit Snippet, and I'm going to take this thing. Oh, shoot. You can't see that when I do Snippet. Anyway, so then I do like this. And see, I've snipped it. It's like cutting. So I have it. And then I would just do, let's bring this down for a second and slide this over here. And let's bring this down. But that's how I find my boxing photos, because I like, but what I like to do is, I'm going to show you for Legends of Boxing, I do this. I like to get an action photo. And let me bring up this for a second, except it's already on. Let me slide this over here. Bring that up like that. And bring this back up. Okay, so this is the way I get my boxing photos. And what I do is I get an action shot, and then I try to get a face shot. Oh, our good friend SDG Replays. Currently in my pocket pennant run, 1956 Mickey Mantle's batting point, 094 after 9 games. In 56, it was his Triple Crown season. It's amazing when the dice gods don't like you. Or it's just bad luck. All right, so I'm going to show, I already did Rocky Marciano, but I'm going to show you what I would do for Rocky Marciano. And I actually never loaded, so I don't like that, right? Bring this over here. Oh, let's do this. Scroll down. Need some room. Bring this back over here. Let's do a cut and a paste. Now I want to make it about this size, so I just bring it over here. And I just make it the same size. This is how I do my Legends of Boxing photos. The majority of them now. I've been thinking about doing it this way too. Like make it half of this and then make a larger. But we're going to, this is the way I've been doing it. So I have the picture here. It's a nice picture. It's action. Boxing. It's action. I like it. Now, I want to go back to here. Slide that here. Let's see. I want to use... Let's use this one. Okay, so that's... I'm probably going to go with the smaller one because it's going to go in this corner here anyway. So again... I'm going to use my snippet tool, and unfortunately, when I hit snippet, you hit new, it kind of freezes it, and you don't see what I'm doing. But I'm going to cut out a little thing, like scissor sort of things come up. I'm going to go like this. And again, you'll see it in a second. So I did my snippet. I'm going to go copy. Let's reduce that, bring that down, and let's bring this back up. I'm going to paste. And now I can put this over here, but it's too big, right? So I just go like this. And voila, Rocky Marciano. And then I would just snip it again, and I would save it into Legends of Boxing. And I actually might switch it. I do use this photo, but I don't have this part. And I can make that a little wider if I want. Probably just bring that up just a tad. But I like doing that. That's the way I get my boxing photos. So, Todd B. There is a gentleman called Gary Grisby who has a wonderful art collection of baseball stadiums. Very cool. Those are always fun to find too. I like to save those, but we're going to take one more crack. Anyway, that's how I do that. I've made the Klitschko's, and a sad thing going on there in Ukraine. It's horrible. I'm not going to get into that. I don't understand. I'll leave it be. That's Karl Mildenberger, German heavyweight. I have a nice action photo, and that's him smacking Ali in the face. Ali would beat him quite handily, but Mildenberger gave him some trouble. That's Milio Bettina, light heavyweight. This is Dooku Kim. That's sometimes the more. This was Battling Battliano. I'm surprised I found a good photo there. Tony DeMarco. Johnny Bump City Bumpus. Jake LaMotta. Dwight Muhammad Kwai. Ruben Hurricane Carter. Kevin Kelly. But that's, you can't always find an action photo. That's Joe Baskey. Oop. Again, I already saved it, but I think I got to go with it. That's Joe Baskey. See, that's the boxer I made in Legends of Boxing. But that's how I do my boxing photos. People always ask me, how did you get them? That's what I do. And again, you can find a lot of them just have the headshots, which they're nice, but I like the action shots. This is Caveman Lee. I couldn't find, this is the best picture for action I could find. And obviously that's like the yearbook type of photo. But that's how I do Andrew Galata, the Klitschko brothers. That's an Argentinian heavyweight. Last name starts with an L, and I can't. Alejandro Lavaranti or something like that. But that's how I do that. Pictures looks great. Love the combo. Yeah, I think I'm going to share my file at some point, and I wish I put them in a regular, but I can just upload them. I like these. Now, SGJ Jamie, I was thinking about one more. I was thinking about doing them like this. And I see, once I put them in, I hate going back to switch it. But I was thinking, let's go back here. And let's go back to this photo again. I was thinking about, what about this way? Oh, actually, you know what? I don't even have to do that because I can do, let's cancel that. We don't have to do that. Cancel. I don't even know if that freezes up. Probably freezes up my whole thing. Let's put this down. I can actually do it this way. Bring this back up. What about this? I was thinking. Let's do copy. Paste. Now I want to make it like half. Let's just bring that over here. And I kind of make them this. I try to make them the same size. Oh, that one's a little larger. That's okay. I'm going to try to go about half. I think that's about half. I think. You know what? Let's make it a little more than half. This is another idea. Let's take this and go. Paste. Oops. Undo. I love the redo. Copy. Paste. I was thinking something like this. I don't know if it's going to look as good. It might not because I made this photo. I took the small one. It might be okay. I don't know. I could do that too. Let's get rid of that. Let's reduce this. So that's another version I'm thinking. These are the two versions right here. I use this one now, but I was thinking something like this. I like the action shots. Anyhow, that's that. Let's save that. Save. But that's how I get my boxing pictures. Not magic. Patience. It's patience. Let's go. We're going to take one more crack. Let's close that out. Again, make sure this is a good site. Brian's Strat-o-matic. Link is provided in the chat. What time is it? Holy cow, 1:03. I'm not tired. We're going to try to find, I know I have the link. I know I saved the link. I had to have saved the link. They might have took the link down, though. I think that's what happened. Let's go bookmarks one last time. Okay. Oh, if you have never listened to the fictional great heavyweight champions, yes, I've thought about that. It would be cool. Like if you knock someone down, you could find a picture with them, Yes, I thought about that'd be cool. Or different pictures popped up. I don't think I'm going to be able to find that site. I'm thinking now, I think they actually took the person took the link down, but again, where did freaking bookmarks? I know as soon as I stop, I'm going to find it. Oh, and this is for if you have Pro Strategy Football, if you're thinking about Pro Strategy Football to purchase it. All these seasons are free, and they have a photo pack to download. Every one of these seasons, you click on it, you download is free. Pro Strategy Football 2022. 2023 will be coming out next year, or this year, excuse me. These are all free and fun. And they even have the 2019 CFL. You could have been playing along with the 2021 season as it was going because they had the season already rated to the best of their ability. It's a ratings, not a stats driven. It's a rating system by player. They also have this is going to be these might be the new graphics right here. I don't know if I click on that. I don't know. You got to get that didn't work. These might be the new graphics, possibly. They also have all the college teams, but they're generic players. You have to switch them yourself. I've made a few college teams. It's a daunting process for me, but this is a beautiful. And then they have people who like fictional. Oh my god! Oh my god! The fictional stuff that these mods come up with is incredible. I mean, people have come up with announcers. I'm my own favorite announcer, but I mean, it's incredible. Black and white. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Baltimore, New York, 1958. That is cool. I didn't see that one before. Anyway, really cool stuff. Pro Strategy Football 2022. Just wanted to show you that quick. All the seasons are free. They also have the NFL top 100 teams that they came up with from 1950s forward. This is a fun, all these great teams in one league. That's a lot of fun. You're talking about ESPN. Do you remember the dream season? You can play it out with Pro Strategy Football 2022. A lot of fun. High school mod with high school names and fields. I have not tried that. 32 best teams. There's a lot of fun Super Bowl era, 32 best teams. A lot of fun stuff for Pro Strategy Football 2022. And again, once you buy the game for just over $20, these are all free. You click on them. Created by hardworking members of the mod community. All right, one last shot at finding the photo pack. I might have emailed myself. I have to look. I'm trying to. Goalie icons. I'm looking. Oh, if you like old school games, Mike in the Truck showed me this. Old time baseball games. You have to pay. You can either pay for one day and you can download as many games as you want, or you can pay for a week or a month. I forgot how it goes. I thought about it, but I haven't. They have some old school baseball games here. People have, I think you have Earl Weaver, Tony La Russa. I think if we go sports games or search, they have old school boxing games. I was thinking about doing this one here because I had a game similar to this one here, right here, but it wasn't called that. It was called something else, but it was very similar to that, and they had real boxers. I don't think this one had the real boxers. I know a lot of people like baseball. So, and again, I think they have, oh, they're right over here. I mean, radio baseball. I don't even know what this one is. 1986. It's text based. But there are some of these games you might have played back in the day. So, again, I'll just put this in the chat. This is not free though. You pay for one day and you can download as many games as you want. I think that's how this works. I'm not positive, so don't quote me on that. SGJ Jamie says, SGJ Jamie, I have used that old games page before. Besides, sometimes the games don't work right though. Yeah, that's why I was leery of getting it. So again, take it with a grain of salt. I have not done this. I know it's not a large amount to do it, but I have heard that too. So SGJ Jamie is provide again. This is not free. This one you have to pay a value for a day, and I know if you pay, you can download as many games as you want. But I don't know how well they work. Mike in the Truck did play some games, and they seemed okay. And again, I was interested in Earl Weaver baseball because it looked kind of fun. But again, not free. And SGJ Jamie says sometimes their games don't work right. So thank you for that information. So enough about that one. I can't find. So this is the Brian Strat-o-matic player photo download. We've given you a couple other sites you can find player photos. I cannot find what I'm looking for. I wonder. What the hell is that? If I click here, I can't. Maps. Shopping. Documents. I think it's called Google Share. Maybe it's this one, Google Drive. I have to figure it out. If I can put, did I slide them over here? If I can put baseball photos. Okay. If I can put this baseball photo onto my Google Drive, which I can, I just have to remember how to do it. I'll provide the link for people. You can get 47 through 2005. You just have to unzip them. I can't find the site, and I'm sick of looking for it, but it was a cool site. And again, when I come across sites like that with player photos or stadiums, I save them. I download things. I found a really cool. I was doing a lot of World Football League stuff. I found a really fun site, had all the uniforms, and you could download them into your game. So, all right, let's stop the sharing thing. I'm going to try to do. We showed you some links. Again, ASG Games has. We didn't show you that one, but if you just type in ASG Games, lots of the free demos. Legends of Boxing, free demo. You can play forever. And a lot of the other PC games have free demos, but they're limited in time. So, all right. Final thoughts. We had a lot of fun. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Should we go for 3? You tell me, folks. Should we go for 3? I still have coffee. Digital Dice makes everything nice. Uncle Ron Juckett, Uncle Dave Gardner, Digital Dice, Spreaker, or wherever fine podcasts can be listened to, are also on Dave Gardner's YouTube channel. And you can also go to their shop, and you can get a nice mug if you want. Help support them. Or just listen and let the ads play when you watch on YouTube. If you like a YouTube content creator, you want to help them out, you don't have to donate money. Let the ads play. Unless it's an ad you can't stand, and I always love when I check out what kind of ads they're playing, and it's like 10 minutes long. I go, are you insane? Who's going to watch that? Click, skip. Anyway. Steeler Fan 1933, absolute loyalist, says, I'm here for as long as you are. Still early on the West Coast for D. Scott Howard up in the Great Pacific Northwest. All right. Let's see. We showed you some good stuff here. We had a lot of good conversation. I'm going to provide more links. I'm throwing this out there. I've been dabbling with the idea. See, I throw it out to the community. People say you shouldn't share ideas because someone might steal it. If they want to steal it, steal it. I'm still better than they are. Joking. I'd like to do, I don't know, more chats with Al. No guests. It's tough to getting guests unless it's Anthony. That's different. Anthony can come on anytime. Dave Gardner, those guys. But it's tough getting guests. But maybe we do chats with Al 3 times a week. I don't know. See, because then I say this, and then I'm like, what am I going to talk about? They would be during the week, though. They'd bang on be an hour. I don't know. It's something to think about. I like the long chats because something pops in my head and I go with it. So, Digital Diamond Baseball 10 is coming out. And I always get it. Some people don't like it. I like the game. They complain about too many lineouts, pop-outs. I play other games. There's a gazillion lineouts, a gazillion pop-outs, and I kind of giggle because I thought the same thing when I'm like, geez, there's a lot of lineouts in Digital Diamond Baseball. But let me just show you that for a quick second, what it looks like. It looks pretty sharp. I like what they've done with it. There's still no animation. I had asked them for some ball animation. There's none of that, but let me go back to here, and we'll bring this screen up in a moment. Let's go store, and let's type in. Oh, I got to show you this horrific boxing game real quick, too. I paid $11. It's one of the worst games I've ever bought. But it's so bad, it's funny. Digital. There it is. On my wish list. All right. Okay. Back to Bernard says, how about a game we all replay and get on the chat with you about our That is awesome. Bernard, you're hired as a producer. I like that. Doesn't matter what game engine. I like that. One game, not a season. We'll play one game. Everyone plays it. Whoever wants to play it. and we can see the results. We might, I mean, if you have the ability now, Bernard, would you want to do like say the 1966 Dodgers, Sandy Koufax against DeGrom of 2021? I love stuff like that, but that's a great idea. That is an awesome idea. So Bernard Strom, how about a game we all replay and get on the chat with you about our individual games? I love it. I love it. Great idea. All right, let me show you this real quick. I'm kind of psyched for this. Again, it's a game very reasonably priced. It's about, I think it's $20 or 15. They don't put the price up yet. I can't remember. All right, let me do a share. As Al Red Sox fans doing a share screen again. All right, so this is the new look for the Digital Diamond Baseball on Steam for 2010. Let's go here. I kind of like the new look. Players down on the bottom. Again, you have to load your own photos, and if I was them, I would get the photo. I would try to find the photos, but there's so many places to find photos. But again, I think they actually have the photo pack I have because this Ray Culp looks pretty good. I like the setup. I like that they've put stuff down on the bottom now because it makes the baseball diamond stadium or ballpark bigger. This looks pretty much the same. And if you're unfamiliar with this game, it's like a 100-sided die roll. So it would be, actually, I'm incorrect. It's 3 9-sided dies, 0 through 9. And you can roll your own dice. You'd obviously have to have different colored dice. In the game, they're all red, but they all, So when if I play and I roll my own dice, I just use red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. I go literally red, white, and blue. And you roll them and you punch them in. So it's 10-sided dice, 0 through 9. The lower the number is more favorable for the defense, the pitcher, so on and so forth. The higher the number, more favorable for the batter. And it's on a percentage that's combined with the pitcher and the hitter, each individual. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, Bernard says he hates loading photos. That's why I replay baseball. You click on the button, it downloads everything. It's awesome. But this is the new look. I will be getting this game. I play a bit of it offline. I've shown it online too. I like the new look. I really do. So that's that. Let's hit escape. But that's Digital Diamond Baseball coming out March 31st. Complete seasons 1931 to 1921. That's with as played lineups or splits. They have every season. Every season. Once you buy the game, you have access to their library every season. The older version, I want to say it's $15, $16. Let's see. And they're usually the same price. So let's go back to digital. Version 9, 1999. So like the older versions are $10. These are 20. This will be probably same thing, 1999. Good game. If you're on the fence of if you want a dice baseball game, this is a nice little start. Oh, one more freebie to show. Let's reduce that. I think it's, people know this one though. NP, National Pastime 3. National Pastime, 3. No, that's what was it? This is Skeeter Software. This is not the one. What the hell was that? There's a game that plays very similar to Appa. Now I don't remember. I have to find that one. All right, that's not it. We already did that one. Let's stop sharing. Close that out. Yeah, I like that idea. Bernard had a really good idea. I like it a lot. Maybe we'll decide on a game. We can communicate it through one of our Facebook groups, or I could do a video and say, hey, let's play this game if you want, and we can discuss what happens. I like that. And there it is. This is the one. NPNG Plus is free. Yes. I'm not going to go back in, but that's the one. Plays very much like Appa. Again, someone made all the seasons. Incredible. Pure Sim Baseball. I don't think you can download that yet. Download that anymore. There's another version of that. Similar, not the same, but similar. I don't remember, but I think there's still a link for that game. Text-based. A lot of photos too. They're already loaded in the game, and you can use it with your other games. So we've had a lot of good information here, a lot of good ideas. I really do like this. That's going to be fun. I don't know how we're going to coordinate that. I would assume baseball. A lot of people have baseball games. A lot of people play baseball. Oh, God, I got to show you this horrific. I have to. Is it going to show well through OBS, though? Probably not. I have to show you that boxing. It's horrible. It is horrible. It's horrible. It's so bad. It's funny. It's too bad. A lot of potential there. And again, it's a, they're smacking each other. You can see it, but they should have done a better job with it. But anyhow, we got to go 9 more minutes to make 3 hours. We can do it, can't we? You and I, all of us together. Forward we march. Oh, again, if you want to support a content creator, not necessarily myself, but let the ads run. YouTube will probably ban me for saying that. But again, if it's not 10 minutes or a political ad, let it run a little bit. 30 seconds, let it go. 2 30-second commercials. Go get yourself a drink, some popcorn. Come back. So, Comics with Bueller. My good friend Comics with Bueller. How you doing? Is the bus up and running? I haven't checked yet. That's what we need to know. If you have not subscribed to Comics with Bueller, please do so. You might say, but Al, I don't like comic books. I'm going to tell you why I'm asking you. And he doesn't need my help. His channel, if he stuck with what he was doing, he's such a nice person, a wonderful human being. I'm not lying to you. If he stuck with his original thing he was doing, he'd have, my guess by now, and probably not even right, he'd have more, 25K subscribers. Easy. Easy. He decided to help out other people in the YouTube communities. Unbelievable. Comics with Bueller. There are many fine people in this world, and he's definitely one of them. Right up there. Hope all is well, my friend. Got to have him back on. But you know what he did? It's pretty cool. And please subscribe to his channel. Again, he doesn't, even if you don't, his videos are, and I don't get there as much as I, with everybody. I try to follow everybody. But he is one of the best. And there's a lot of nice people. I'm telling you, I would not have made 1,000 subscribers without it. I would not have. I owe so much to Comics with Bueller. Dave Gardner is still with us. What, are you sick? What's wrong with you, Dave? Dave's another fine person. So many nice people in our community. I'm the biggest a-hole. Dave. He's doing a lot of Strat-o-matic PC. I know we talked about that earlier, but he has a really cool setup. I did not have the patience to do what he did. I just leave it the way it is, because one time I tried to move stuff around in Strat-o-matic Baseball, and I foobarred it. I was lucky to get it back the way it looked. But Yeah, Dave's enjoying Strat-o-matic. Strat-o-matic baseball, good game, fun game. So comics with Bueller. How's the bus going? Is the show on the road yet? One last thing I forgot I want to ask. Does anyone watch AEW wrestling? I have found myself fascinated. Yes, I know wrestling's fake. Oh my God. I asked Legends of Boxing, which is Stone Press Media. Is that what it's called? Stone Mountain. Nice person. Gary. Very nice person. Friends with Anthony Crooks. Did you ever think of doing a wrestling game? I like wrestling. I know it's fake. I knew it was fake when you were 10 years old, but it was fun, right? And I got some kickback flack, like, oh, why you want a wrestling game? It's stupid. It ain't fake. I'm like, or it's fake. And, like, I know it's fake. It's just fun to think if it was real. Anyway, I don't know. I like wrestling. Does anyone watch AEW? I'm just curious. I've been enjoying that. Comics with you. I'm on the bus now, officially homeless as of March 1st. God bless you. And it's going to go well. You're one of the nicest, smartest people I've met on YouTube. He is taking his show on the road, going from comic book store to comic book store to comic book store to what are they called? The Comic-Con. I think he'll be doing those too. He was covering the Comic-Cons before all the COVID started. Unbelievable. Our good friend Travis. Midlife crisis puts it perfect. It's not fake. It is predetermined. People, they still get hurt. You're right. I like that. But I like wrestling games. I like to think. I play a couple of different wrestling games. I enjoy them. It's just fun. I don't know. And I've enjoyed AEW. What I like about AEW, the storylines are, again, it's fake. I get that. But, you sit there, it makes slightly more sense. Again, whether with WWE, AEW, or whatever wrestling you watch, enjoy it. If that's what you like, enjoy. Way too many false finishes. They got to, like finishing moves are not finishing moves anymore. And that drives me nuts. SGJ Jamie. On the PC, wrestling can be real or fake. And again, hats off to you. I agree. I do it as real. In my mind, this shit's real. The game, the results in my mind. And I make bad guys into good guys into bad guys. I'm like, wouldn't it be fun? I mean, you can't, in my mind, I do it. Like I might flip Nikolai Volkov. He was a good guy at the end. It's funny, he wasn't even Russian, he was Croatian. He's American on top of it. But again, it was all shtick. And it was funny. I read something. He was the Mongolian. I remember as a kid going, that guy looks like the Mongolian. Because they change their shtick. They come back. Yeah, because he's my territorial champ in the San Francisco area. We got to finish up our wrestling tournament. That's been fun. Play most of it offline. I think people would want to see Vern Gagne, or I don't know. The matches I'm going to put online. You tell me if you have any interest. If not, I'll play it offline and put the results on the Facebook group pages, which are a lot of fun. Vern Gagne, The Rock, Bruno Sammartino, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Superstar Billy Graham, and oh shoot, who's he wrestling? Someone very famous. I tell you, I wish I did the Andre the Giant Gorgeous George match. I wish I recorded it. They had wrestled once before, and Andre the Giant squished Gorgeous George. This time, the card, and I use Wrestling's Finest. That's a Tom Vogel game. Very good game. Pricey. So get the demo. He'll email you the demo if you want to. It's pricey. I'm not going to lie. But you get all the wrestlers I wanted. So fun game. And the card flip. The cards were with Gorgeous George that night. He didn't win, but it was a battle. It was fun. He played dirty. I loved it. Comics with Bueller. My new WWE 2K22 game has a GM mode. Cool. That had it like 15 years ago, and it was great. They are finally bringing it back. That is so cool. So you can just make matches and watch them. That's another fun one. Fire Pro Wrestling's fun. We got to do a little more of that. I might start making some more wrestlers. I made some like friends of the channel, friends of the community, and they would wrestle, quote unquote, real wrestlers. Midlife crisis. Back in high school, a buddy had a whole federation that he made up. He would write up the matches in a newspaper article form, had rivalries, championships, alliances, etc. He was ahead of his time. That's a lot of fun, though. That was long before there was cards and dice or PC. That is awesome. That is awesome. I like wrestling. I think what I like about wrestling games is you can do your own storytelling. Even if it's PC, you have a backstory if you want. You can have the match. I mean, the PC determines the way it goes, but I can read something. It might say, oh, he lands a kick, but how did he lead up to landing that kick? So I like to expand on the story. SGJ Jamie, Wrestling's Finest is my favorite. You do get a ton of wrestlers with it too. Yes. And again, I love it. I like it. I have a couple of wrestling games. And again, Fire Pro Wrestling, that's where they smack each other, the little guys. It's fun. D. Scott Howard in Fire Pro Wrestling, along with Ken Castro, they're still our tag team champions of the world. We got to bring that back. He just said it. I just said it, D. Scott, the GOAT Whisperer. Ken Castro and I are still tag team champs. Bring it on. We're gonna. It's fun stuff. I like that. That's a fun game. Midlife crisis. He didn't use any type of simulation. He literally wrote everything up like a soap opera. And that's what wrestling is. It's a soap opera. I like that. That's fun. I wish they had flipped Superstar. Where is it? Oh, got it. Where is it? Here. I'm really, and again, I've been taking, sorry, you're seeing back my, I've been taking my time reading again, I should have finished this in a weekend, but this is so interesting, the Superstar Billy Graham book. If you like wrestling, check out Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims. He does a marvelous job with Wrestling's Finest. We got to get Big Paulie back on. He's a good guest. He's a good guest. He's a good co-host. But I've been enjoying, and it's more about whether you like Billy Graham as a person or not. They should have flipped him to a good guy. He would have been so much better than Hulk Hogan. And that's just my opinion. He had so much charisma. Midlife crisis. He didn't use any type. Oh, I already said that. That's right. He just wrote up like soap opera. Anyhow, I think I could go on, but I'm running out of stuff to talk about. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? Midlife crisis. My signature move was the bulldog, and I was known for hiding a fillet knife in my boot. LOL. You're like Abdullah the Butcher, except he used a fork. Dave Little does a good wrestling promotion. Oh, absolutely. Uncle Dave Little. He just did a wrestling one, and he uses card and dice, and I can't think of the game. But they have beautiful animated pictures, animated. Oh, God, what is it called? It's a beautiful game, very popular wrestling game, card and dice. It's not Face to the Mat because that is play.com. I can see it. The wrestling, it's real wrestlers. The artwork's beautiful for the cards. There it is. Thank you, D. Scott Howard. Phil Singer Games. So absolutely check out Dave Little's wrestling. I love when people do wrestling. I don't care what kind of game they're doing. I just love especially if they're telling you the story, if they're making the backstory. Because even when I use Fire Pro Wrestling, I'm doing the backstory. And it's fun. It's storytelling. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, that's just my opinion. And it's my show, so I can have my opinion. We'll see how many thumbs downs I get. They're always fun. Oh. So, does anyone still watch wrestling? I can't believe I get excited to watch wrestling on Wednesdays and Fridays. I can't believe it. I watch AEW. If I could speak to Tony Khan, not that he gives a shit about me, cut back on the false finishes and cut back a little bit on the high flying, which they actually have. I mean, Danielson wrestled a couple of younger wrestlers. It was very good. There was a lot of scientific, little science, moves, mat stuff. It was amazing. And that's all I think. The women, a lot of it's like anime stuff with the women. They dress up like anime, and so they lose me there. Some of it's okay. There's some of the storylines all right with the women. The AEW tag team champs I'd get rid of. They're too they're goofy with no personality. If you're goofy with personality, it's kind of fun. Like Danhausen. I love Danhausen. Hell, he's the guy who got me back into watching wrestling with his goofy shtick, which I love because he always makes me laugh and smile. Comments with Beulah. I saw Andre the Giant wrestle Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan versus Piper here live in Portland back in the 1980s. Those guys were larger than life back then when I was a kid. Oh, yeah. I saw Hulk Hogan wrestle Kamala at the Springfield Civic Center. It was a dark match, meaning the show was over. And I've talked about this before. We met Rowdy Piper, Orndorff, Cowboy Bob Orton, and a fourth guy. And it seemed like they talked to us forever. And I guarantee it was like maybe 2 minutes. But it was very nice. They came out. We waited and waited, and they came out. I mean, they must have thought everyone was gone. We waited by the back where my friends told them, let's wait here. They come out here. And they were nice and pleasant. They asked us how we liked the matches. And I don't think I ever rooted for the good guys against them ever again. I liked them. Robbie Warburg, Wrestling's Finest is a fun game. It's a wonderful game. It's everything. Listen, any sports sim game you play, I hate to tell you this, it's all make-believe. We're just doing it because we like nostalgia. We like learning about players. I learn a lot about players. I play older seasons because that's what's fun to me. But I play some newer. When I play that, I'm like, hey, I'm finding out about these guys. Because I'm being honest, when I watch baseball, it's either some Red Sox games last year. I followed it through, reading and the stats, and DeGrom for the Mets. And I hate when they take DeGrom out of the game. It drives me nuts, and I go click, channel off. D. Scott Howard, my goat sitting job is down by Portland. That's right. So Comics with Bueller and D. Scott Howard, they're pretty sort of close. Well, they were. Our good friend Comics with Bueller, Travis, he's on the road again. Just can't get back on the road again. Making music with his friends. Talking comics all day and night. So, again, yeah, I'm enjoying wrestling. I guess it's a good thing. The world's nuts. You might as well enjoy something. And with that, let's see. We have a really good idea here. Let's go back to Bernard. This would be fun. We're going to try to organize this, follow up with it. Bernard says, how about a game we all replay and get on the chat with you about our individual games? I like that. And see how it went. Or we can just chat about the games you're playing anyway. I like that too. I like to hear about everyone's projects. So we might designate a few nights. Try to pick it when I try not to stream when other people are streaming in the community. Sometimes you can't help it. You want to get your stuff on and you stream against somebody. You stream while someone else is streaming. I don't want to say against someone. That's not the way we are. Midlife crisis. In college, we would go down to some CYO gym near the Civic Center in Philly and watch ECW. We'd buy the cheapest tickets. There was ECW. That's funny you say that because I was away from wrestling for a while, and then I saw the ECW. I go, these guys are nuts. It's entertaining. Some of it was, they really hurt themselves. So Bears Den 007. I have Downey Games Wrestling Card and Dice. How do you like that? Bears Den 007. And what's one of your favorite matches? This is how we're going to end this in a few. Tell me some of your favorite, doesn't matter what game, sports sim game, video game. Tell me some of your, one of your favorite games or projects that you remember. Dave Little just had a classic basketball game the other night, Celtics and Boston Braves. I'm not going to tell you how it ended. You check it out yourself. One of my favorites games I did was Glory Days Boxing. Joe Louis, Joe Frazier, and Joe Louis seemed like it wasn't going his way, and he knocked out Joe Frazier. And I love both. God rest both their souls. That was fun. Another one was Wicked Surprise. Lorenzo Zanin stopped Title Bout 2 PC. Lorenzo Zanin stopped Rocky Marciano like he cut him, and it just must have been the way the cards flipped, and he won by TKO. Marciano killed him in the rematch, but that was interesting. That was fun. That's something I remember. I was like, holy cow. Because that would never happen again. I don't think you could duplicate that again unless you cheat. No-hitter, Digital Diamond Baseball, Roger Clemens, 1986. Then we had another no-hitter, Game 1 of the 1990 World Series, the Reds pitcher, Rios, I think. Not mind escapes me, Digital Diamond Baseball. My no-hitter out of the ballpark, my 1972, now 73, mythical Red Sox, open world. I made trades. I have an awesome pitching staff. I have Phil Niekro. He threw a no-hitter. And that's, everyone thinks it's a point-and-click game. Yes and no. You're thinking, do I want to pitch out around this guy? How are my ratings against it? And that was unbelievable. And then this past few months ago, a month or two ago, was it late last year maybe, Roger Craig, 62 Mets, Action PC Baseball. You can check out the video. We took a no-hitter, 8 1/3. I think either 8 1/3, 8, and we were 2 outs away from a no-hitter with Roger Craig and the 62 Mets. We lost it, but we won the game. That was fun. We had a good crowd that night. So let's go. Those are some of mine. The Ted Williams. One of my favorite project, Ted Williams, Swan Song season 1960, out of the ballpark. I used, I think, 3 different versions to finish it. That was fun. And there's many others, but those are the ones that pop out. Boxing, lots of fun ones to remember there. Oh, my first title bout game, my first heavyweight tournament, tons of fun. Joe Frazier beat Muhammad Ali in the end of that. Glory Days Boxing. This one probably Vito Antuofermo and Vito Antuofermo. I did Vito Antuofermo and the Argentinian middleweight Juan Domingo Rodan. That was fun. That was a fun one. Lots of fun ones. And I can never win Glory Days Boxing, you don't play as anyone. You roll the dice. You call the game in your head or online, the fight. Ray Mancini has no luck in that game for me. All right, let's go to the chat here. Okay, Bears Den. It was very fun. I had this is what we're looking for. So it was I just thought of my wrestling one with Hulk Hogan and Dusty Rhodes. That was cool. Fine Wrestling's Finest. That's me. All right, Bears Den 007. It's very fun. I had a match, Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair, and the one ladies match where my rare event was the fans riot because the venue ran out of beer and the match and show was canceled. You remember that, that's for sure. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, my favorite game from years ago in my Strat glory days, late 60s. is when the 1931 A's, Lefty Grove, gave up a leadoff single to Jackie Robinson of the 1953 Dodgers, then retired 27 in a row. That is awesome. Is there any more people would like to share? I love that stuff. Oh, God. Well, I'm thinking of some more here. Rocky Marciano when he beat Ali in Glory Days Boxing. That was cool. Nino Benvenuti against Nigel Benn. That was a good one. I've done a lot of fun fights with all my boxing games. Primo Canera. That was Primo Canera beating Jerry Cooney in Rome after Cooney had beat him in, I think we did at MSG or Yankee Stadium. It was a close fight, split decision for Cooney. And Mark Jones, we like to say, is Canera's trainer, manager, and confidant, our good friend Mark Jones in the community. And then we fought it again. That was a slugfest, and Canera knocked him out. Oh, that was so much fun. So much fun with our Sin games. Just fun. So, all right, folks. We're going to go through our thank yous, but if you come up with something, it doesn't matter, video game. Again, I have a ton of fun on Sundays playing video games with my nephews and my brother-in-law. Back for Blood. I love shooting zombies. Nothing wrong with shooting zombies. So let's go. Midlife crisis. Have two that stick in my head. One, when I threw an 80-yard bomb with Steve Barkowski on the last play of the game in Strat versus my brother to win. Awesome. That just made me think of another one. When we did, it was a New York. Oh, no, not that. We replayed using Pro Strategy Football 2021. Again, it just popped in my head and again, it was fun. We did what if Joe Namath played the whole year for the Rams? We got the Rams of the Super Bowl. We were ahead and we lost at the end. Unbelievable game. We ended up losing in overtime. We went ahead. The Miami Dolphins of 77 made it in the AFC. They tied it and they beat us in. I think they beat us in overtime. I'm almost positive. That was a fun little project. That was a great project. And the midlife crisis is the other. I ran an end run with Whittington in the last play of the game from the one, and he was tackled for a loss. He was mad that I didn't run I think that's Van Egan up the middle. He never played with me again. And it is Van Egan. So that's the Raiders. All right. Fun stuff. Great chat with Al. We had a lot of fun. Again, our chats with Al are all over the place, but we talk about stuff. We have fun. We're going to go through our thank yous now. I'd like to thank Midlife Crisis. As he says, it was the win. It was to win the game. That's funny. Hey, you got to do what you got to do to win. So thank you to Midlife Crisis. Thank you to D. Scott Howard, Bears Den 007. I don't know how far up it'll let me go, but we always say hello to everyone coming in, so hopefully we get you on the way out. Robbie Wartberg, thank you. Our good friend Comics with Bueller. Travis, thank you very much. SGJ Jamie, thank you. Dave Gardner, thank you. Another fine, wonderful community member, along with all you guys are great. It is such a fun community. Bernard came up with a wonderful idea that hopefully we can figure out how to execute that. And even if we don't do it exactly the way it sounds here, tell me about the games. I love hearing about it. He says, how about we all replay a game and get back on the chat and talk about it? Same game. Doesn't matter what engine. I love that. Our Steeler Fan 1933, a.k.a. Matt. Todd B., thank you. SDG Replays, thank you. Clinton Parks, the Admiral, was here. Thank you. Todd Wardrobe Plays World War II. Excellent, excellent military strategy channel. RJL Network. Robert James. MV, a.k.a. Mouse in the House. Rick Hamill, thank you very much. Don Heston, thank you. Dave Little was here, thank you very much. Mark Jones, thank you. We already said midlife crisis. And again, if I missed you on the Celebrity Bikini, which is Jake Cruz also, thank you very much. Robert G. Oh, we had John DFW. Thank you. As I'm trying to say the names properly, dyslexia is going to kick in. I'm tired. Bud W. Thank you. I think we said Don, but just in case, Don Heston, thank you. Really nice crowd tonight. I greatly appreciate it. Our good friend Tim, TribesFan879. Philip Reynolds. JT. OTDA. All hail the Empire. Cutter Historical. And yeah, it doesn't let me go. Oh, it does let me continue to go. Wow. What a lively chat. You know what? I'm not going to. Sportsman Z. I don't think we're Larry Harris. Holy cow. All right. Wow. I greatly appreciate everyone's time. Wow. Thank you very much. Always have a lot of fun. SGJ Jamie says, good stuff. Also, thanks for the OOTP help. Anytime. Again, I apologize. I'm not the best person for tutorials. You asked a question, and I try to help you. We showed some nice sites. Again, I'm going to do another video on that. I want to get the links all together. I don't know if I do one quick one and just say, hey, this is the link. Check it out if you want, or do a bunch of them. I don't know. So, but thank you very much. Health and happiness. Bears Den 007. Thank you. Matt, thank you. And it was for the win. I remember that. All right. Take care. God bless. Greatly appreciate your time. If you enjoyed the stream, you know what to do. If not, you know what to do also. If you haven't subscribed and you like to, please do so. If you do subscribe, hit the bell for notification, as we call it, so you know when we go live. Check out all the other wonderful content creators in our community. It's a fun community. I highly recommend it. We have fun. Let's keep it that way. It's okay to have discussions and I don't want to say disagreements, different ideas. That's fine. But always be cordial and pleasant. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Stay safe. Be smart. God bless. Till next time. Again, I greatly appreciate your time. We had a fabulous time. So many people in the chat. Such a lively chat. It was tough for me to keep up. And make sure, if you want, next week, we're going to have Joe from SidelineStrategies.com, which, again, that's where you get Payoff Pitch, and there's other games on there, such as Glory Days Boxing. And we're going to have Anthony Crooks. You know Anthony. He's been on lots of times. The maker of Glory Days Boxing, and on YouTube, Bleacher Bums Gaming. That's Anthony Crooks, baby. So God bless. Thank you. See you again soon. You know what's coming, folks. Peace. Love you all.